with a smoke grenade and a CZ-75, which would suggest he's looking to deal with a potential push somewhere. A rush of people, a mass of humanity. MIBR halfway through the tunnel, maybe in case of a push, maybe in case of a HE grenade. See Fur having a look, but getting taken out. The bomb hasn't been spotted just yet. Colds are now closing the distance with this Glock, but they're ready for the double peek. He's aware of it. There's the first one, can't quite get the second. Moving through Monster Tunnel, however, Taco tries to clean up, but he's got to be careful to his right. There's his right taken care of, but the left will trade. And again, there's another crossfire. We've seen 3 crossfires from Liquid with different plays in that short B position, and it gives them a 2 versus 1 advantage. Phelps in the water. He knows Naf is in graffiti. I don't know if they know where he is. It would seem perhaps so. Does he see the arm? No. Okay, his teammate must have told him, surely. Naf in the red. Where's the trade fragger, though? A few steps away. Elige facing now. You can see him repositioning, but he can't get that last bullet. He hears the reload. He knows exactly where Elige is. Does he hear the rotation towards the heaven position? He does. So he has to reposition as well, but he hasn't got the bomb just yet. And Naf has gone back down the stairs. If he can grab the bomb, then there's even a potential rotation towards Aeon. He's still got 35 seconds. The pillar position is clear. Moving to that short area, and Elige will get there first. And that's a very tough pistol for Team Liquid.
That was a fun round to watch because both teams did actually a pretty good job of exchanging kills and going 1 for 1, but Liquid just had that extra person there, and the timing was right for them. It's just a nice display. I like it.
4 SMGs for Team Liquid after winning the pistol. 2 MP9s, 2 UMPs, plenty of grenades. Nothing untoward. 4 Desert Eagles and a scout for Fallen. You do love to see Fallen on the scout. Ex-teammate Stewie makes his way to short B. Almost looked like wildfire. That smoke in the water. The HE rather. I do wonder if Stewie and Tarek knew that the MIBR thing wouldn't work out, would they have stayed with Cloud9? I wonder.
Probably.
What are they trying to do here? Oh. Oh! Stewie's like, you what? You absolute what? Beautiful. The cleanup, the aggression from Team Liquid. Take the game away from MIBR. You can't allow them to lurk and get up to their shenanigans because it will cause you a lot of problems. Fur doesn't have the bomb. Looking to do damage at this point. Plenty of time creeping. There is an off angle in the connector position. The door's been opened, however. But he's just edging forward, trying to get anything out of this that he can.
Not gonna get anything done though.
No.
And then gets bonked with a nade. And talking about a game of time, if Cold Zero, hit that shot at that right time, both MIB players would survive, and it could have been a way different round. But sometimes you just got to get a little lucky. Stewie got pretty lucky.
Indeed, he did. On pistols now for MIBR. $2,200 per person average. They have a flash, a bunch of P250s. Only a Glock for Fur. Not fancying it. I learned a lot from a recent MIBR video about dealing with T-Sol overpass and those harassment molotovs from CTs. Very valuable videos they always put out. Well, there's the initial exchange of grenades. When I say exchange of grenades, really it's just Liquid throwing them. No Kevlar to be found on any of these players. No Kevlar, no helmets. Helmets, no Kevlar. And they wait. They have advantageous distance. And Naf just peppers. Nothing of great concern going on at the moment. Fallen creeps his way up.
Ooh.
And Nafline makes some more money.
This makes it
4 kills for him so far. And Fer is alone once again with a Glock, not even a P250 this time or a Deagle or anything, just a Glock. Just one man with a Glock and the bomb. Ooh, you might want to run and try and plant the bomb.
Oh, he might be able to sneak.
I mean, you're not expecting the bomb site to be empty. If he just keeps going and plants for CT, but he'll never know what could have been.
Yeah, I mean, it's Team Liquid playing very aggressive towards Connector and Water the last 2 rounds, trying to establish a condition for MIBR that they want to start off aggressive, take choke points, force MIBR to either group up and try to take choke points, or maybe to even slow it down, which could help the CTs a lot in finding information and allowing time to fall back in mid or later rounds.
Well, Liquid's TeamSpeak died, so that is the reason for the pause. And MIBR, I feel like they're about to unleash the beast. This is where we get into the real counter-strikes. We will see, I would imagine, an aggressive default from them. They know that Team Liquid doesn't have the AWP, so they don't have to worry about some of those forward AWP angles, so they can go a bit faster. They have weapon superiority, so there's a potential that Team Liquid might try to push something, but ultimately I think, if the AKs will perform very well in the default towards A. If MIBR decide to go for a default that focuses on sewers control, that would also work really well. So, I mean, really, they have so many options here, and you can see that's a deep molly to slow down the default, actually, and that kind of allows the CTs to get into more of a position. And here they're going to try to play aggressive with it. Fur trying to play around the smoke here. Stewie knows that that's likely the case. This is a fight that Stewie wants. He's got a UMP. He wants to go close. Does he try to... Oh, he's actually going to push it, and Fur has no idea. So Fur really playing a dangerous, dangerous game there, and he will not be the winner. As here is a pursuit, and Phelps can't find anything. So Team Liquid have stolen away an AK, picked up a kill on a player, and that is exactly how you want to start this round off. They're not done. Just go for a going for a quick pop flash play to see what's going on at sewers. They don't go too committed though. And there you go. That's what MIBR needed. They needed to pick somewhere, and Coldzera is the man to do it. Ooh. Okay. Well, everyone's dying now.
Everyone's dying, and now Team Liquid is forced to rotate through quickly to the B bomb site. MIBR is not quite taking the B bomb site just yet.
The bomb's alone on A long, so that is probably the reason for that. Going to, instead of trying to like commit in towards B, and then having a really delayed plant, and then having the bomb run by itself across the map to try to get there, they're just going to move with the bomb. I think that makes a lot of sense. You can see Team Liquid don't have B control, so they have to boost to check the spots. They're thinking that it's probably a B plant. And now they're committed towards B. That almost commits them to a save because they're out of position. So MIBR with a good round, and we can see that, I was talking about an aggressive default because of the lack of an AWP. I like how Team Liquid threw the incendiary towards the playground to try to deny a fast timing to that default. And then they found an engagement. They found a 5v4 and an AK upgrade out of it. So that was good anticipation from them, but there were still so many dangers in the rounds which they were unable to overcome.
I think one of the big mistakes that Team Liquid did, specifically that round, is towards the catwalk area of B. You saw Stewie and whatnot trying to flash peek it, but they decided not to, which was actually the right call because MIBR had 2 players stacked in water. But the problem after is that they ran back without looking at a possible lurk from the water, and Coldzera just literally walked up and able to get 2 kills on that B bomb site. Liquid should have kind of maybe expected something like that, because we did have a player from Team Liquid pushed towards aggressive bathrooms. So I mean, they haven't taken that yet. You gotta expect them to be outside B, or even like a couple people in the area.
Indeed. Did one of those mollies miss, I wonder? But
I don't know what a second one was even for.
I think it's to absolutely prevent CDs from running through. Because it's one close sandbags and one behind the sandbags, I think it was.
So CTs run through it, they'll lose like 40 HP. If there's 2, you're dead.
They're losing anyway. 2 players taking out Nitro and Elise. Stewie moving through the toilets, trying to make a difference. Here's the footsteps. Fallen going wide. Doesn't show the shadow, but Stewie's got the headshot anyway. Now the bomb's been dropped, and that needs to be dealt with. Phelps will spot. Stewie wants to duel. He's ready for it, trying to reposition, still alive. How does he get away with that? 8 HP. Brutal stuff.
That makes no sense.
That's probably why he did.
That makes no sense.
You can't re-peek, so you can re-peek.
I don't know, man. I think you just can't re-peek. Honestly, in that spot, that is, you're down to like 30 HP, coming into the fight late. The guy's already shooting at you.
Yeah, but if it's Stewie 2K.
You have to instantly land your first 2
I think
bullets with the
I think 8 out of 10 times he's dead in that situation.
Yeah, I actually think that's not a good play because he's escaped. He's escaped. The T's can't move forwards.
But that's happened.
So why would you expect him to repeak?
Well,
He's making a play to catch him off guard.
It's not about expecting to repeat. He was already being shot at. He's repeaking into an angle he's already being shot.
Well, he stopped shooting.
Did he? I don't think he did.
Yeah, it wasn't a continuation spray.
He did hesitate. He hesitated for a split second, but that hesitation was enough to not get the kill.
It was ultimately a very pivotal kill, and Liquid, who were in a bad spot, have now recovered. They've got 3 AKs out of it, which is pretty awesome. But MIBR have 3 AKs too, and now they've got an AWP on Fallen. And
It's a moneymaker.
it always feels strange to play long because sometimes it feels like you'll never get action, and so it can almost feel like you're just not having an impact in the rounds by playing around long. But at least you might get some action here. He's spotted one. Fer tries to bait out the shot, so he does understand there's a player there.
He jumped so wide, I can't believe he actually managed to escape that. Just the hang time was ridiculous. 1 minute on the clock. Liquid looking for info, seeing nothing short B, and that will be enough to rotate the third person towards the A bomb site, and they're not wrong. We do have a lurker in Taco though. Fallen taking much damage, trying to find a frag, but being given nothing. That's where you look for the jump peak. 2 came and went by. Rainbows. CT's rainbowing on the A site. Fer's up close. That smoke will obscure some vision, especially towards the entrance of the toilets from the stairs, from the trash. Molly behind default. Again, denial of information from MIBR. Now, with Taco still in short B, I wonder, well, the bomb's committed long and there's no support for the bomb, so if the bomb gets taken out, there will be issues. You can see Elijah's position. Now, there could be a pop flash at any time. He just pops out, and that's that. 10 seconds, the bomb's on long. You can't win the round. That's a wrap.
And now it's just too much to recover, surely, for MIBR. They don't have enough players or time, and indeed, time runs out. Try to stay alive after the time, but he's so careful, and I managed to do so. But another round for Team Liquid. And so much of it comes down to the round previous to that one, where MIBR had that big advantage, and Liquid were able to recover. That's really messed up MIBR's momentum. And that could be, looking at the game later on, that could be a really pivotal moment overall. But the guns saved will be
Salve, salve, salve pra geral, salve pra geral.
Colzer and Fer
Oh no!
right down pretty low, and that nade did pop pretty late. But Fallen, it might still be worth it.
Só vou comentar por cima só.
Can he see anything? I don't think he can, but now he sees it as they fall off the boost. He might try to go in for the pursuit, and there's no one to be caught. They do escape just in the nick of time there. But a 1-for-1, and Taco. Oh, you thought that maybe you'd get that one. But Phelps will pick up.
Salve pra geral, salve pra geral.
The off angle from Nitro pops back out again, but denied by the Deagle. That's an upgrade for Coldzera. And now man advantage. Stewie is very
Mano, aqui
far
eu tô
away,
canal lá pra nós fazer as lives.
which leaves
Aí
Twist
eu
a lot to
linkei
do.
lá,
Twist
botei o
can do a
tacinho
lot,
lá
but with
pra
19
gente
HPR,
fazer.
we
A
ask
gente,
too much.
geralmente,
Now,
tipo,
to
quando a gente vai
Stewie's
fazer uma live,
advantage,
eu boto no
MIBR
canal
like a slow round,
principal.
which might allow him to
É,
catch
aí
up.
quando você puder fazer live, você faz. Aí a gente vai intercalando, mano. Aí a gente vai passando as vendas principal.
Quietly moving forward, but again, MIBR so static. Stewie, basically a Trojan horse. He knows these playstyles. He was part of these
Melhor qualidade
playstyles.
mais do YouTube, Igor Rabelo. Salve, Igor, mano. Igor, se você puder se inscrever no canal Instinto Player, mano. É o canal que eu tô comentando aqui, ó.
Oh, some hesitation here.
Se inscrever nesse canal que é o principal, mano. Infelizmente eu acabei tomando strike, tá ligado? Aí abri esse canal aqui pra estar trazendo conteúdo pra vocês, que essa é a final, né, mano? Esse canal aqui é minha conta e eu... Então, aí eu decidi abrir aqui pra geral, mano.
To Coldzera, and so with an unknown position, there's a real
Nossa,
opportunity
boa.
here for Stewie. He's got a kit, he's got the AK, full HP.
Aí, sei lá, mano, se não quiser fazer, tá ligado? Eu faço, tá ligado?
It's
Lá,
not
se
part
quiser
of the
comprar ideia
bathroom. We
também.
don't have some really abusive setup for Stewie to worry about. He's gonna have some fights around the bomb site. He has a smoke for bank or for the steps if he needs to. And okay, now he's seen the plant. He's looking for bathrooms. Doesn't know where the second player is. He's still trying to bait out that second player. Where is the peak? Well, Coldzera, he's got the deagle. That's all that's required. And MIBR pick up a much needed round.
It's almost misplay by Team Liquid with the aggressive push. They kind of gave up 2 kills by peeking and pushing instead of maybe just falling back.
De baiano, mano, de baiano, mano, tá ligado?
Get some kills. You were able to easily fall back into the bomb site. It's such a long range towards the A bomb site. And after getting caught, again, you can't make mistakes. It's high level. You lose.
All right, both teams on a good buy. 2. Is that a 2 or a 3-man push? What am I missing on the radar? Oh no, it's 2-man push. Up the long position. Pretty damn deep. I don't know if they've got some sound cues. Doesn't look like they have. Maybe their scope was heard. Oh boy, someone's realized something. You can see Nitro holding the angle. Nafly will deliver from CT. A deep push from MIBR, but there are too many sound cues, I can only assume. And Nafly heads back towards the B-bomb site now. As the bomb was not spotted, but in fact the bomb has taken place on long from the fallen Brethren, and this is going to be painful for somebody around Divider once that smoke goes. I think Alicia's got the off angle now. Quietly walking in, 5 versus 2. Falls back before Phelps can do anything or see anything. Alicia caught a grenade in his hand, still alive for now. Here comes the support from Stewie. And Coldzera has seen no one yet. He's in a 1 versus 5. Can't even get around the corner. That's a very strong run from T-Liquid.
I like the setup there where Stewie's able to support either Nitro or Alicia and just react based off of who takes contact. And
I did like what MIBR did that round by rushing long. It's actually really hard to hear them if you hug that left wall of long. You have to actually be kind of deep, long bathrooms to hear that run up. So if they're by short or even by the entrance of the bathroom, you can't hear that long run up.
yeah, it's like running on the grass. The sound feels fairly muted almost as well. Like, you know, ninjas running around with their
Pajamas.
with their socks and shoes off, just bare feet, to make as minimal noise as possible. Lee, she's found his way into a flanking position there, and all of them on the other, we caught off guard. Just Phelps trying to, he's just spitting at his opponents with that CZ.
All right, MIBR, call timeout, MIBR. Wake up, pick up Fur, slap him around a little bit. He's 0-9.
Okay.
You can't have Fur
crikey.
be 0-9. He is a playmaker for your team. Call timeout. Fallen, call timeout. Oh, come on, Fallen. Got to pump up your team at this point because obviously they're not hitting shots. Their time's a little off. Team Liquid's just looking really crisp.
Yeah, I'm changing my prediction. I jest.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
I do.
You jester.
Smoke through the flames for a fast peek. Ooh, we got to think very quickly there onto Naf. Down to 2 HP after the nade. Snaf barely escaping with his life.
That was a nice pace. You don't see those grenades deployed that fast, but it's the combination of taking the short B with the smoke increases the likelihood of somebody spotting or spraying in that position, so that's pretty cool. Nice attention to detail from MIBR, but everything slows down and there are 10 people alive.
Will there be a flash for Stewie to peek monster from Nafly? Does he have a flash? I don't think he does. He does have a...
Doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Just looking at Leash.
He has no utility.
Taka might find a perfect timing here. Ooh, this is pretty scary. He's just going in, tap, walk away again. So annoying. So annoying. He's trying to distract him. Stewie does get his flash into the monster position, goes for the sprays, and he finds 1 kill. And they see so many players. They see 3 players. The rotation is queued because of this. And sure, the MIBR know that. They've got enough time to rotate out if they want to, but the bomb is committed towards the monster tunnel, so that would be very risky. Better to just go into the bomb site, and that's what they're going to do. This boost is very strong, and that is why.
Some information for Naf. Does he wait for a second player?
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh, this patience is going to pay off. Can they line up for him? Now he could just wait even longer. He knows Cold's on the site. Don't face the site. Cold's on there. And here's Phelps as well. Just needs him to line up. One's in the T-Water, grabbing the bomb, but he's going to come back. Oh, has he seen him? He hasn't seen him. And there is the master stroke. Beautiful trigger discipline from Nafly. Wins the round.
2 HP, and he does that. That is ballsy.
The crazy thing is that it wasn't almost even required because I think when they tried to plant the bomb, I don't think there was even time at that point. But
at that point, he's calling though. You know, he's like, "Oh, here's a player there. There's a player there." Yeah. Information so good.
Yes, the round is over for Schwartz.
All right, Fur, come on. This is your round, Fur.
Oh, can you imagine if he gets no kills the entire half? Can you imagine that?
That'd suck. I've been there before. It's not fun. Very frustrating.
Fallen will take down Elige. They've taken a lot of utility damage, actually, so even though they are 5 versus 4, it might be a bit deceiving. Nafly going for information here. He's got Sewers, now he's pushing Monster. Now, that is the reason why Taco's there, because... Ooh, Naf actually spots it. Naf's going to try to pursue here. This is actually pretty interesting, because Naf can get forward position. If they were going towards B, Naf has really slowed things down, shut things down. He's anticipating Phelps because he knows that there's play towards this B side of the map. So Naf is in a position to do so much, but he's by him.
Would have been around surely, but after all that play, there's still a chance. I don't know if Twist was just spotted by Cold. If he wasn't, this could be brutal. There's a bounce, but doesn't manage to avoid it. Speaking of bounces, Cold Zero using the tunnel to fly forward and take out Twist. Stewie trying to catch him off guard. Surely there's not more rotation, but in fact there is. Fair by the pillar, spotted, swatted. That leaves Cold Zero vulnerable in the smoke. Still 9 bullets for Stewie, finding him with the last bullet, of course. That's Fallen with 14 HP, 1 versus 2. Hasn't been seen for a while, I do not think. Got to be careful around the pillar. Nitro's found a flashbang. Moving towards the monster position. He's got the sound cues Fallen. He can't take a duel. He's got to pick very, very wisely. Not showing on the first, not believing that the bomb's being defused. Comes out the second, he knows what's going on. Can't go deep enough. Stewie denies him as well. 3K for Stewie. That was a great round from Team Liquid. And Nafly especially.
Yeah, Naf's play was awesome. That's the kind of stuff at the like elite level where like it's so awesome because you get a player that's deep in this position. He's got so many opportunities. He understands Counter-Strike so well. He's got great execution mechanics. So there's so much work he can do here. And at the same time, you got MIBR having to respond to this. They know that Team Liquid have all this information. They know that Team Liquid have the ability to move behind him. So it's such a cool spot. That's like one of the reasons why Counter-Strike is so great. Because how often do you see that? It's so rare. That specific scenario.
Very high level play, and just knowing in the feel of the game, Nafly is really considered one of the smartest players in NA and probably the world. He's very smart, very good and clutch.
Yeah, no, it's a steal for sure.
Feels no emotion.
So MIBR have really, truly being shut down on their T side enormously, and Team Liquid are playing it very well. And one thing I've noticed about their style against MIBR is they're not really going too aggressive. There's a lot of teams where going really aggressive is important because you get to shut down the ability for the opponents to take map control and so on and so forth. But Liquid are playing a different style, which can be more difficult to manage, but they have the skill and routine to do it.
Stewie creeping forward. I think they may have spotted the boost earlier on, but he didn't know how many people might be covering it. So goes on a little venture, doesn't quite work out for him.
Shame there's no flashbang for him or something.
See a Liege on the flank now. They're pretty low on utility actually. Still need to see Molotov in short B with a flashbang to the blind and they die in the flames. One day it might happen. MIBR creeping through Monster. We've got T's flanking, we've got CT's flanking. This is absolutely bananas. The rotation being heard by first, a free kill for him. That smoke won't be up for much longer, but there are 5 seconds to plant this bomb. Oh, he's exposed! Oh no, that's a complete disaster. Not expecting Liquid to be there, and that's another timeout win for the chaps in blue.
Oh man, 4 seconds left. Plant safe, plant safe. Even though you want the best plant possible, I've seen too many rounds fail because of that.
I think he had some concern about short B.
Yeah.
As opposed to CT, so I think that was the issue. There was no safe plant.
Good point, good point.
Because the last thing they knew about short was that just Twist killed someone there, so they must have been expecting it, yeah.
Fair enough.
Pretty crazy scenarios on this on the map at the moment. Because it never looks like MIBR is like completely out of these rounds. Although Team Liquid have, they're so good at picking up the information they need and just working out exactly what's happening. They will deflect the aggression from MIBR. MIBR trying to turn up the pace, but they are running into a brick wall. And it has not had great results for them. The Scout versus the AWP. So this round is not looking like it's going to go the way of MIBR. It's a nice frag from Fur though.
The bomb's got to be picked up.
Oh my god, Fur has 3 kills, Taco has 3 kills, Phelps has 3 kills, Fallen has 3 kills. That is actually really ridiculous. Only
Cold Zero is still positive, of course.
And he's got 10 more than them, the 13. Wow. That is actually kind of nuts.
You usually don't see all of them perform that poorly. Usually it's like 1 or 2 sometimes if they're doing really bad. But for 4 people, it's not good.
It is not. Not much for First to do at this point. Does he run to his doom to keep the money together with his team? If not, he's going to be very behind, but it's 15 seconds. He barely has time to even run to the sides. But it seems he will try. Well, there's the first opportunity, and he's actually got a bomb plant situation now. All of a sudden, he's in a clutching situation. From potentially saving, he's in a 1 versus 2. Trying to escape to Monster, able to do that. Will they give him the time to rotate towards shorts?
He lost a lot of health though, just escaping. Through that smoke, the bullets are flying. He's gone for the big rotation, but it's such a common play, as you can't hold on to Monster, that they will surely anticipate this. They've checked Monster. They know he's short. And he'll go for a peek, surely into the off angle of Twist. And indeed, Twist is there, ready and waiting. So Liquid will control the situation, but indeed it was a pretty incredible spot that Fur managed to actually get a bomb down in a 1v2. It's a good effort.
Man, Team Liquid up 11-2. They're just out shooting MIBR so much. At this point in the game, I don't know if there's a strat that can work, other than maybe just keep it, just simplify your playstyle, maybe your default or something. They're trying to get spread out, but Team Liquid's everywhere. They're just playing the map at CT brilliantly, pushing randomly, flanking, mixing it up.
Yeah, it's actually pretty incredible. They play such an awesome style of CS. It reminds me a little bit of Astralis. I mean, that's Liquid always the team that, for me, will be the most comparable. And it's just partly because, as I mentioned, often, an effective way to play Overpass is to get aggressive. But when you're playing against really good opposition, it doesn't work quite as well these days. And Liquid have this really tight solution where they play these really strong, more defensive setups that are so hard to deal with. And Taco again poking, prodding from the Monster Tunnel, seeing if he can get some value here. And he will. Catches Stewie at a timing that was not favorable for Stewie, and no one was watching this position. So Taco finally, he's created something for his team to work with.
Gap in the smoke. Nitro up top. It's 1 taken out. 3 CTs here at the very least. Fur standing in plain sight. Get himself a kill. Phelps on a slow flank. They just need to entertain in the meantime. If he goes towards the balcony, this round is over. And it's a much needed round by MIBR. Here he goes, Phelps, towards that balcony. One player out on the high ground. Doesn't spot a player in the water though, but surely Nitro found clutch. It's 1 versus 3. It's too much. And there is a much needed run for MIBR.
So giving themselves a chance to not get picked off. Get into the bomb site. They decide to go for a B take. Taco with a nice entry kill. Opens up the bomb site. Gives MIBR the 3rd round of the half. Now do you do something similar? Just kind of group up, peek together.
The smoke to create space. Lee's jumping backwards. 3 HEs going his way, but he'll mostly survive. Shots can't cut off the pinch of the short B position, but there are no Ts there. Information which Liquid that most certainly have. Oh, the gamble push. They're ready for it. The meat shots from Nafly. A mag 7 in the last round. Can't have been expecting that. And it comes at great cost. This is a nice off angle from Stewie, actually. Nothing Cold Zero can do about that. He's got a confidence that his teammate has the connected position, but we've got problems on the B-bomb side.
Problems for who? Smokes down defensively really limit Taco's ability to do anything, and you can see there's, I think, even a small gap there to be abused by Stewie, as the last resort here will be the A bomb site as Fallen and Fur rotate towards those positions. And indeed, it's rare that you see such a low fragging half from MIBR, and the best case that they can finish this half with is 4 rounds. So maybe I underestimated Team Liquid slightly, because they are looking pretty incredible right now, and they were in 2018 the top 2 team in the world. There you go. They're able to creep onto the side, but maybe not creep far enough. He's shaking down Fur. Fallen in clutch mode. This is what he does. This is who he is. And there it is. A good start, but how does he get the pressure off to get enough time to plant the bomb? He needs to get the bomb plant sooner than later, because he's going to run out of time, and there's enough bodies here that they can actually try to commit to just, whether it's a fake or not, they can just try to trade it out. And indeed, an impossible scenario for Fallen and a horrible half for MIBR.
Very horrible indeed. Very horrible. No more than 7 kills for most of these players. Can they get more in the second half? Certainly hope so. Find out after this break. ambient sound. And we are riding with Phelps, and now we're not anymore. And now we're back. Smoking a defuse kit for Fallen. Stewie and Nitro will have the grenades for Team Liquid. We've got 2 decoys. One's been thrown by Nitro. I wonder if it has any purpose, like if it's a fake smoke or something, because otherwise I feel like it's just a waste of money. $50, that could go a long way. $50, that could net you an AWP later on. I do want to use decoys more as a fake flashbang, as a AWP decoy to troll and bait people into trying to punish a shot that wasn't real. We've got smokes going into the B bomb sites. And Molotovs as well, presumably towards the barrel position. Taco's been smoked off. It is retake territory for MIBR.
It's going to be tough. They need the pistol round so desperately. And, okay, the bomb will go down. Lee's creeping at the full clock. It's going to pay off for him. And bomb is a guaranteed money bonus no matter what happens. And all the MIBR players spilling through the short position. And it's looking difficult. 2 versus 2, or 1 versus 2, as Elige now evens things up here. So it's anyone's, but Fallen will fall to the superior Glock usage of Elige. He looked really good that round, and he will tie it down for his team. He's 17 for 5 right now. And
that was a wild retake by MIBR. I had 4 people catwalk. It's kind of unusual to have that many people come from one choke point on the CT retake. Surprised MIBR got as many kills as they did. But then again, Team Liquid probably expect 4 people to come from catwalk.
So Liquid will know that they're force buying. It's really obvious. I think majority of teams would do it in this position. So I like that they're rushing Monster. I think it's if you can get through this initial choke point, everything starts to get easier and easier as time goes on. But Phelps around the pillar is doing some damage here. Taco showing himself around the pillar as well. And they've done it. 4 versus 2, 2 scouts remain. How much more can MIBR do with these?
Nefla has a smoke, which would be fantastic to obscure vision in this position. And increase the division. Can't think of any otherwise. Increase the division in this war of attrition. Let's go. It came too late, but we got there in the end. And it's a participation that counts, yeah?
What?
Shut up. Oh! Juicy. What does he drop? I don't know. The Hounds of Justice chasing down MIBR. The Anarchists of Team Liquid trying to cause more mayhem. These scouts may be held on to. Looks reasonable. Falling with the Shark Scout, I respect it. It's a man who knows what he wants.
And there we go. 14 to 3. Does Elige still have his knives?
He had the, what do you call it again? The shadow daggers.
He changed
Oh, he's
it.
got another one. Maybe he's got one for both sides, like I do. I got 10 for both sides.
Or he just changes it every other day because he can.
It is the plain ones as well.
Yeah, it's
the
always
plain ones. It's got a plain stat track, bayonets. The bayonet's so satisfying. That stats flip is so satisfying, especially when you're AWPing and you're pressing Q. It's glorious. Checks all the usual positions, even the triple stack, which is reasonable in this. Look at the StarCraft aim, guys. Respect it. Jumping Molotovs. He is really looking to savage these people. He's got somewhere to be. One in the water, none in the water. Fallen with the scout. MIBR getting absolutely deleted on overpass. Round by round, Liquid are victimizing them. They're exploiting them. They've got their faces in the dirt and their feet on the back of their heads.
Such a graphic image.
Is that necessary?
But Team Liquid,
We're storytellers.
They do look like sharks.
It's not R.R. Martin. You know, it could be worse.
What do you mean it could be worse?
If I was storytelling like him, you know, people getting their faces bitten off and stuff. Game of Thrones.
That's right.
In the books.
I keep it real.
Put some respect on my name.
Birdman.
Stu is in control now for Liquid. And alright. Hawk versus Mac 10, not great for the Mac 10, but Liquid trying to keep that pace high, really trying to catch MIBR off guard and just finish this immediately, but Taco's going to find the backup twist, and that's going to be the end of him. So 2v4. And with the Fur in this position, it's pretty much over. I say that, but Stewie, I mean, he's a capable player. Stewie's a capable player, but I think this is a little too much to ask. 1 versus 4, and he'll be discovered, and there you go. So, I mean, Liquid just tried, you know, I mean, it's somewhat of the bonus rounds, and, you know, they kept some of the SMGs and so on, and they were just trying to go for it with a fast pace, trying to outshoot their opponents. They were unable to do so. And it is an enormous ask. An 11-round ask for MIBR, 11 in a row. Is it possible?
It's possible. MIBR CT side, absolutely. Although this is one of their harder challenges, but it is possible. It is within the realm of possibility. Got the flashbangs. Fair will be denied, but he'll get the HE off. Oh, look at the damage! Stewie eats it in the face. Generally, people eat in the face. It's the thing they do. But some people eat in the tube. 11 rounds for MIBR to pull back. What a save. That's a fantastic save. You have to respect that. Elige moving through the toilets. Trying to neutralize the setup. He hears the scope, the flicker of the EO tech. And there's Fur taken out. One more to find. Fallen creeping on the outside, taking Stewie out. Contemplating his use of the smoke grenade, and he creeps.
So Liquid look ready to attack A, but the defense is pretty fortified on the A-bomb side. It will be soon enough, perhaps, or maybe not, because it is actually just fallen on the side itself. The rotation didn't make it there just yet. And so it looks like Liquid have found the perfect timing, and we are about to see perhaps a conclusion to Overpass. And there's Taco has something to say about it, and he does! A quick 2K, and he has made it a doable clutch as the bomb has just planted. He's got plenty of time, he's got more damage, he's taken almost none himself. He is looking like the juggernaut in this moment, and we'll have to see if he can finish that way as well. A single flashbang and a kit, that's what he has to work with. And he has some time to try to find these players, try to force them out. He's got to be so careful. He doesn't know where the second player is. The molly. He'll try to go for it, drop a flashbang or something. Okay, he's baited out one. That's another frag. The one tap. Another player, though. So much to ask for poor Taco, and he can't do it. 16-4. It was a good effort.
Very noble effort by Taco.
That was wow.
That was amazing.
The whole match, well, that last round by Taco, nice shots, but the whole match, I mean, Team Liquid looked like they were just pub stomping some other team. But that other team's MIBR.
Yeah, they looked like they had to be forced to play an online qualifier for a tournament and were just like doing the rounds. Actually, they are doing that for Kelowna. MIBR have been known to throw fake smokes towards the window, which deliberately missed, but I don't think that was one of them. Nitro and Stewie in a 2 versus 4. It's all about the headshots, and there's plenty being offered to Nitro, but can he land them? Stewie's received one. That's not what he was looking for. And Nitro just wants to find one player in isolation. He has no Kevlar, so all he has to lose at this point is a defuse kit. So any money made might be pretty good, but this doesn't seem like he'll be getting much done. Now, he could choose to save the Kevlar. I mean, the defuse kit. There is value in that as well, but he is being hunted, of course. Just can't land the headshot on this occasion. There's a pistol for MIBR. Good start for them.
It's already a different kind of play style. Well, I mean, it's just pistol, but MIBR just more together, less spread out, trying to use the numbers and aim and try to disrupt the Team Liquid in the process.
So the force spike comes in, and it's something that's pretty dangerous. Twist actually on a scout might be quite fun to watch because we don't get to see him sniping often enough. And oh, we have a B play coming in from MIBR, and there are 3 players here for Liquid, although that will be one of them gone. And seeing Fur in this position is such a tell. Good nade coming in on Apartments. Nitro, if he can get 1 or 2 with his CZ, all of a sudden things start to get really bad. The jump there from Taco will be received very well by Nitro. Wrapping around with the CZ, although Cold Zero trying to stay in the Apartments for a moment longer. We'll catch that. But Stewie and Twist, they can find a way to do this, especially due to the fact that both Fels and Cold will go down to a scout shot. Stewie down to 1 HP. Can he get something before he goes down? No, he can't. Fels will take a scout shot, and I was wrong because he did take that one to the chest and survive. And that would be MIBR surviving the anti-force spy, and not too much to worry about now. Except HE grenades. Nades.
Grenades.
Naders.
Granada.
Any more?
No, just done saying things in a weird way now.
A nadester.
Where's Nitro?
Nadester?
He's got a... Ooh, the sideways throw from the window. Using his trajectory? No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Maybe velocity, I don't know.
Momentum.
Rather than momentum, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. Using his momentum. Because it can be awkward. Like, if you're coming out in mid on cash as well, to get the nade out as fast as possible, I have to kind of run at a 45-degree angle and then line up. Or straighten up. There's a ding-dong from Elite. Looking to get another one onto Fallen. Not quite hitting the mark, though. Fallen, he's gone cheap. He's gone cheapo style to get an AWP as soon as possible. Maybe feeling the additional urgency based on how the last game went. Now, we just put a player in a short position, but the bomb was still planted in an exposed position. Fallen continues with the P250. Popping heads like grapes. So he'll get the early sniper that he wants.
So if we play CS later, I think we should do a pistol round on Mirage, because we'll inevitably end up playing it.
If you're the captain, we will, yeah.
With 3 smokes, some decoys for like a fake on the A-bomb site. What about that? No one ever uses
We did a double fake one day. Double fake we did was amazing.
With decoys?
No. We did a smoke B. I think we did a smoke B and then like 2 smokes A. And then we pushed into B and everybody rotated to A. Something like that. It was amazing.
Was I in that pug? I remember.
I think so.
I remember doing a double fake.
I think so. You wanted to do fake. I was like, let's double. Let's do it twice. I think I might smoke the window B or something. I don't know.
It worked.
It was really fun.
Oh, things are working out for MIBR too. They've got the 3-0 opening, and they are looking to extend that lead. They, what was it? Was it 16-3 in the end on?
3 or 4.
4, like
4. Okay, well, so already they're experiencing more success, and and you know, life is looking much more normal. So we're going to see window smoke there and catwalk smoke. Oh, all the smokes, like a wall of smoke in mid towards the window 2 catwalk smokes and a window smoke, which really suggests a B split, honestly, because it will cover you if you're running up catwalk, which is difficult to do. And instead they're coming out of underpass, and they're going to catch Nitro in no man's land. So this is interesting. MIBR have used a lot of smokes. They have gained mid control. Caught Nitro on a rotation through top mid for the frag. So the advantage has been gained. Position is gained. Stewie. Did he see the bomb flying as well, I wonder? Either way, he saw some players and they'll be going through connector. Oh, the lineup's pretty good for Elish, but he can only get one.
Nice work for Stewie in that short position. Phelps waiting for the rotation. Spotting, but only spotting. And now he's getting taken out. Dot between his eyes. Same for Fur. The bomb's been dropped. There's 39 seconds for this flank from Taco to activate. Doesn't look like they have seen him breach this position already. So he's got a good spot to get a free kill, an upgrade to a weapon, and then rotate the bomb. Or does he? Twist now. Turns around as Stewie changes his cover. I guess they discussed the potential options where he could be. I know this guy. He plays like this. And here we are. 3-1 for MIBR though. It's only the first round on the board for Team Liquid. Excuse me. They'll go down 2 notches on the loss bonus, and MIBR will try to reset them.
So what is the plan for MIBR here? The previous round was really interesting, actually. I don't think I've ever seen anyone run a strat exactly like that, where like super heavy sort of B split type smokes in mid, and then use that to sort of fake it, and then pull players out of position, and then come into mid for underpass. Pretty cool, cool stuff. Set up. Then they had a setup in window and everything. It was a nice round, but here we'll see a more conventional top mid take. So it's a default with lots of presence on top mids, because you can do that in a variety of ways. You can send more players towards underpass, and maybe have like one guy come top mid, or sort of you can reverse that, which we see here. And so they have middle. And Team Liquid, you know, like on overpass, they're not challenging too hard. They're kind of just trying to create some resistance, not allow you to take stuff purely for free, but not going for the full commit for a fight in mid.
Yeah, they have to respect Team Liquid. After that thrashing on the last map, they have to take things a little more cautiously, work together, and that's going to take a little bit of time to make sure everyone's in position and that you don't have any holes in the gap. But Twist finds a hole in the offense. MIBR responds with 3 kills of themselves.
Just out of nowhere. Now Nitro's in a strange position with an MP9. Stewie has the AWP, so you would expect him to be the player that needs to make the moves here. What can Nitro possibly do? Does he realize that he's got Cold Zero to contend with? But he's actually nailed it as far as the patience is concerned. He's going to pick up an AK-47. Stewie with a quick frag towards the A-bomb side as well. Gives opportunities now for Team Liquid, and the plant has to happen. There's simply no time. Will Stewie try to attempt a wallbang? Yes, he does, but it will whiff. And in the meantime, Nitro's found his way all the way to CT spawn from that catwalk position. And he can play with Nitro. Sorry, he can play with Stewie, and there's a smoke towards the bomb for the pressure, but this AWP of first, surely it's going to be enough. Fallen as well to assist from connector. The positioning here from the T side is pretty excellent. Oh, that's a big kill though. Problem weapon is dealt with. Now down to Fallen to try to delay them. The double peek comes in. Is there enough time? It's going to be incredibly close. I don't think there's time.
There's time.
Oh, he's nailed it.
Oh my goodness, that was at the last.
Wow, what an incredible round. If you consider how that went so terribly for Liquid.
It's like a 2-on-4.
So, okay, starts off well. Twist gets a kill, and then 1, 2, 3. Boom, and they get the A-bomb side.
And there's no utility on Team Liquid for any of the retakes, so I think Nitro ends up picking up the smoke off someone. But man, losing 2-on-4, that's a stinger. It's a cooler.
And that to me, I mean, that was an incredible play from Team Liquid. They played that immensely well. That's the kind of Counter-Strike you want to see, where it's defined not by someone made more mistakes, but it's defined by the fact that the players are so good that everyone's playing as optimally as they can. And right there, Team Liquid, they play just a little bit better than MIBR, and that's pretty telling. That could be quite telling as to how this match might go, because if Team Liquid keep the edges in the clutches, that goes a long way in a match of Counter-Strike.
No matter how mentally tough you are, if you keep losing those kind of rounds, it's going to get to you. little by little.
Phelps' smoke looks better than the one Fallen did in the pistol round. There we go. So there we go. We have a jump towards the short position as well, but Stewie has allowed... Oh god, that's a problem. That's a very big problem. That was an extremely slow peak.
Very weird, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but that is very slow timing.
I did like what Elige was doing though. He was spamming in the window as Stewie jumped off catwalk, so people would be more inclined to think the window guy is still window.
Yeah,
but Stewie was already there. He's already there, catwalk.
I was going to mention that too. I think that's a really awesome move.
Subtle, but effective.
So Fallen's been taken out as well towards the catwalk. He had the bomb, I think, and that bomb's been collected now, so they'll have that information. Well, that's a great pick from Zero. Oh, okay, we've got T's creeping up on all of these CTs, but the weaponry is just too much to handle, and that'll be 3-3. And 2 AWPs to work with here for Team Liquid. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Because Stewie is someone who will pick up the AWP on this map on the CT side. He seems to be the guy that mostly will be picking it
Então,
up.
rapaziada, passa no canal principal, mano, que é o Instinto Player, beleza?
Again, like,
Lá eu tô
fazendo in matches, it
vídeo,
seems like
tô fazendo sorteio essa semana, beleza?
pretty damn well on the
E eu vou fazer uma live na Twitch também, mano. Quem quiser seguir, só perguntar aí o nome, que eu tô fazendo live lá. A live do sorteio vai ser lá também, vai ser essa semana, o vídeo. E é isso, mano. Se inscrevam lá, o nome de quem se inscreveu vai aparecer na tela. É nóis, tamo junto, ficar com a live aí, é nóis. Depois do jogo eu volto pra trocar ideia com vocês.
I'm sure you're a fan of that.
I am.
Stewie gets taken out for free thanks to the greater use of utility. Blind Phelps is eliminated, however. Twist continues to move around. Running distraction now, allowing Elige to trade for him. He'll avenge his death. Maybe don't name the street after him. 3 versus 3. We've got a flank in T-spawn from Nitro. Charging up. Fallen's looking for it, though. He's looking for it. That is a massive headshot from him. Brazen, brave, brutal. Moves away with the bomb while his teammates can run distraction, keep them contained. But everything goes quiet and they start to wonder. And we have Elige moving towards top mid, having a look at Fallen's gone back, deciding that this is a better route, a better port of call, the better approach.
Yeah, it's trying to massively fake him out, and it may have worked to some extent, but Elige is a good position, and, well, Elige's position is all they have now. But the health on Fallen and Taco is really low, so Elige has a pretty solid opportunity, but he's run out of utility now, and there's an AWP to contest with on Taco, so it's going to be difficult to make this one work. Lots of guesswork here for Elige. Big rotation coming in from Taco, and Fallen will get it done with a timely peek. And then MIBR pick up the round, but the money is there for... Actually, no, it's not. Money's not there for Team Liquid at all. I thought it was, but it's not. So they will have to go for a save, and we have a pretty close game on our hands, ladies and gents, boys and girls.
Man dem and gal dem.
Gal dem.
Is that your Jamaican accent?
No, that's just my normal accent.
It's not a bad grenade. Top mid. I love this jump. I love jumping up there with an AWP. Mid-round. Trying to catch a sniper off guard. He thinks he's got a good angle. I've got a better one. Crouch before jumping, so you will land faster and be accurate faster. Taco may have been seen by Stewie. May have seen his shoulder. Maybe he's waiting for the head. Indeed, that is exactly what's happening. Nitro having a pop. He's going fishing, but nothing's on the hook. HE grenade towards a short position and trying to move Liquid back as they crawl through connector. Elige exposed, Twist exposed. As is Nitro. It's a pistol round, it's a sneaker round for Team Liquid, and MIBR so far so good. Hello Stewie, goodbye Stewie. Only Nafly to deal with. Starts to look the wrong way. And now this is actually, it's good that Nafly is moving away, because he's extremely dangerous. And there is potential to lose a round just trying to take the weapon away. But Fur will not allow Nafly any further kills. And that's 5 rounds for MIBR, 2 in a row. But Liquid are on the buy once again. The Orgs are coming back out. Elige is using the Org like an AWP on fast forward in some of the rounds we've seen so far. Devastating effect.
Alright, so back on the double ups. Where will Stewie go this time? Stewie is the guy that will be taking more of those aggressive plays, and you can see it's going to be the one volunteering the window position. But look at this balcony burst coming in. Now sitting there talking about aggressive positions. And I don't know how many more he spotted, but he spotted at least a bomb, I think. So all the information. Twist from Ticket providing excellent support. They're all tunnel vision on that position towards the fireboxes, and Twist gets it done.
That was
glorious.
Flawless. Good teamwork by Team Liquid. Good bait setups from Twist.
That second kill.
And
this is perfection. It's just so perfect.
And it's unfortunate for MIBR they decided to go like a 3 hauler when NAF was opping in the halls. That first kill was huge. Set the tone.
It was very big indeed. Stewie with some good timing this time. coldzera doing the hurdles towards the short position, but the referee has called him to a halt.
When you see one guy running up short like that, you know it's a it's a beast split attempt. And already even MIBR have shown that that's something that they want to do. That's a huge amount of damage. Is that a nade? What on earth was that? Big damage. Stewie coming in for the cleanup with the AWP. He is picking himself up every single kill. The bomb's on the ground. Twist the only man to really steal anything away. And it will be Twist to have the last kill as well. He's really turned it on in the last couple rounds.
Team Liquid showing a little bit of the overpass. Just getting picks and kills. MIBR just run into bullets.
Solid stuff, 5-5. MIBR's turn to be broken. MIBR to broken. 2 rounds in a row for Team Liquids. MP9 could be of interest. You can see Elige doesn't have full grenades at the HE in the smoke. Don't think he deployed anything else. So, again, you want to limit your exposure when you are making a play such as this, because you're probably not going to be using all of your utility, focusing on the weapons. That is the bomb picks up immediately, and they will clear out the apartments, making sure no one's in the kitchen. All the appliances are off. The bedroom, rather. Is it a bedroom or a kitchen? It's a kitchen. And there's Phelps. Oh, cheeky. So he's got a moneymaker, and he's got the bomb. Some pre-fire just in case. Any frag would be a bonus. No more frags. Team Liquid now take the lead with their 3rd round in a row. 6 rounds from the last 8. That doesn't bode well for MIBR.
Yeah, I think Liquid have. Again, I think I said one of those pivotal rounds was the 2 versus 4 retake on A, I think it was. I think it was 2 versus 4 with Stewie on the AWP and I think Nitro on the MP9 initially. That was a really huge one, and you can actually see that's the only defuse round, I think, of all of these rounds. The bomb's never going down, actually. That is very interesting. Maybe it's because of all these B splits. There's more B. It's interesting. MIBR are going towards B a significant amount.
Now it's starting to creep. Stewie spots one in a smoke, but doesn't quite hit the right point. MIBR moving away from the B-bomb site. Twist has taken forward action. He's seen that there's a heavy investment towards B-bomb site, and he heads towards A, but he's going to be exposed very soon. Does he have the sound cues in time? He doesn't. It's a spray there. It is good for 1, but he will get traded. There's a minute on the clock, and Cold will fake the death cam, it seems. Suggests he's going one way. He has shown a bomb on the radar. And now the response from Team Liquid is to get aggressive towards B. Aggression everywhere. Stewie's expectant, but there won't be an immediate push in the boost position. And Stewie may be heard rotating away, but is that a trap? Phelps will move in immediately. And Stewie makes his way towards CT. Forward positions and Palace. Liquid being very proactive in this game.
Wow.
But not always getting the kills they deserve.
Stewie with a couple whiffs there, and that makes things really difficult for NAF and for Nitro. But again, we saw it before, and the plant's denied, and they can play the time game here. There is a time pressure on the plant for MIBR. They've got to get it planted, and the bomb is still down on the ground with 20 seconds left to find that bomb plant as Nitro tries to harass, but it's going to be so careful. Oh, if he'd been ready to shoot there, maybe he gets the kill, and he goes for the peek. I think he didn't actually see the player go fireboxes. That surely should seal his fate. And finally, a bomb plant for MIBR. They've been few and far between, but this time it looks like it should be good to go. As Nitro keeps testing these boxes. Is he going to try to save this AWP? Well, there's no try. Phelps is there, so there we go. MIBR pick up that round through elimination. And 6-6 is the scoreline.
6-6. It's pretty close, a lot better than we saw on an overpass. Not really clear who may pull away from whom just yet. 2 AWPs for Team Liquid, Stewie and Nas. Stewie's missed quite a few shots recently. Very rare. He's not somebody you really mention when you talk about missed shots of an AWP. Very comfortable as a battle sniper. Let's not forget the major in Boston. Seems like it was black and white TV times now. Alige picked off mid in possession of MIBR. The bomb is at the entrance to B-Apps. Speaking of the B-Apps, Nitro's hopped in behind a smoke, however, so he won't be going too aggressive. But Liquid have not been shy to have forward positions. That maybe gives them some extra info.
A split is ready. Let's see what they can do with it. 3 mids. Set up for Liquid is not the best in the world to deal with this particular split, but they'll do what they can, and Naf and Sue with the AWPs. As there's a lack of smokes down, they are finding some big value from these AWPs. So maybe it won't be so bad after all. Oh, if the bomb goes down before it can make its way across. Okay, there's the smoke. Key smoke to get that bomb across to the bomb sites. Fallen will go for the open plant. Will we get... Oh, he's got the lineup. Nitro. If only he started shooting.
If only. 2 AWP retake attempts by Team Liquid. There's a player in Sandwich who will get a lot of sound cues. He'll know 2 players are here, and they just announced it's the last player in CT. So MIBR have all the information. Team Liquid do not. coldzera pops out and gets popped. And leaves Fallen and Taco to try and defend. No grenades beyond a HE grenade, which gets deployed. Oh, they're lined up by Tetris, but Fallen only hits the 1, and now Taco's the last man. Spots Stewie by Sandwich. Does he go wide? Does he swing wide? He tries to, but Stewie's got the angle, and Liquid have the round.
Wow, another post-plant situation where MIBR, oh, barely loses it, but again, they had the position, they had the bomb down. Team Liquid had 2 AWPs, which makes it a little more difficult for the retake. But just mistimed peaks by coldzera. His teammate wasn't really in position to help him out. Again, we see a lot of these mistakes, and it's just hurting the team. It's a nice little straw of smoke by Nitro.
And a 2-man push. Fallen spots their lineup, but he's got the scout. He only tags 1. He's on fire, but he'll take Twist first. 17 HP. He's alive. He's got a scout. That's a problem as far as Liquid are concerned. 4 pistols around the scout. That FAMAS could be collected. HE under the window, and a forward play from Alige. Got a flashbang from his teammate. He gets flashed as well, but no harm done. They've taken out the threat. They've stopped the FAMAS from being collected just yet. And the remainder of MIBR move towards the A-bomb site. coldzera taken out. Fallen's carrying the bomb with that 17 HP. And Taco will try to spot, get information for Fallen to play off of. Oh, that should have been a shot. That would have been a kill. But Alige is alive. 1 more jungle, 1 more CT. He knows where the frags come from. 8 rounds for Team Liquid as we move into the last round of the first half.
All right, I think we see a set piece here from MIBR. Some smoke, some flashes. You know there's 2 ops on Team Liquid. Make it difficult. Make the operas uncomfortable. Make them push through smokes if they want to get the kills.
You mean we won't see a B split?
No B split.
I've seen so many B splits.
Either a straight up B take with all smokes or A take, one or the other.
Well, again,
keep it
B.
simple.
coldzera and Palace lurking. The rest towards B apartments with no mid presence or any indication that they're thinking about it. It does feel like it's... Well, that's interesting. Taco just goes out, and I suppose they're trying to make that look like he's just lurking and that they are running a default. So maybe the idea is that, okay, Taco, you try to do something. If you get a kill, that's great. If you don't, that's fine because it looks like a default because there's no one behind you. Immediately, that is.
Spam.
Why'd you have to break the silence? Hey?
It was too long.
What's wrong with you? Do you have to mute your
long.
mic?
It was too long.
Will the molly come in time? Looks like it will for the last 3 players at least. You see Cold Zero takes Nitro out. There goes Nafly as well. Man advantage suddenly for MIBR. Team Liquid trying to collapse on the bomb site, but there are 4 smokes around. Every choke point is smoked off in some way or form, but Stewie still finds a kill.
Good lineup there through the smoke, I believe. As a leech creasing through the back, they have no idea. Oh no! Oh no! He's going for the stab as well. And maybe if he had the gun out, he could actually get that second kill. Who knows? But Stewie certainly will, as it's up to Fur in the apartments. And I'm sure they have a good idea of this because so much info is spotted towards that bench position. And now Fur finds himself in the 1 versus 1. Oh, is he going to hold it? Because that's not going to work. But there you go. 7-8 for MIBR. A rough roller coaster of a half, but a respectable result.
An explosive end to the first half. Much better than Overpass. Will it continue in the same fashion? Find out in a few minutes. See you soon.
Salve, rapaz! Aqui de volta, mano, só pra agradecer geral que tá na live aí, mano. Por inscrever no canal Instinto Player, mano, o canal que tá na descrição. Era o canal que eu tava fazendo as lives de jogos, mas infelizmente tomei um strike aí, mano. Eu abri esse canal aqui pra trazer essa final pra vocês, beleza? Pedir pra geral, mano, que puder se inscrever lá, velho, porque estamos quase em 1500, mano. E eu tô pra fazer um sorteio, tá ligado? Vou fazer o vídeo no canal e tudo mais, mano. E é só geral colar lá, tá ligado? Não tem dificuldade, mano. Então é isso. Quem puder colar lá, mano. Esse é o link aí, ó. Vai direto pra lá. Tipo, este é o link. Vai estar aparecendo na tela aí quem inscrever, beleza? Lembrando que quem curte Twitch também, mano, eu vou estar fazendo live na Twitch também. Então cola lá também. Segue nós. Que o sorteio quando sair o resultado vai ser por lá. É isso. Esperando o jogo voltar. E é nóis aí, mano. Valeu já que tá assistindo. Fiquem com o jogo. Tamo junto.
See an angry fallen after being knifed. That's what Eric thinks. He thinks...
You waking the beast, Liege. Big mistake.
That's what he thinks.
You don't knife Fallen. You don't knife Fallen.
Liquid on the T side now. All Glocks, no P250s. Where the P250s at? Where the raid boss? We see a default boost. We don't see this very often. Smoke through window being lined up for the market window. It's a jump throw, for those wondering. Taco sees a lot, but there are no grenades for MIBR of any kind. They're actually looking for Fallen, but he'll still deliver 2 headshots. Maybe he's angry after all. Oh my days. 4 CTs are going to get a helmet for $350 each, which means a hell of a lot.
It's a good deal. I'd buy that one for $1.
Not everybody got kills though, but it does. If you get a frag, maybe 2, then it means the Augs can come out. The Augs, the M4s, but it also means you get all the utility in the world. So when you're trying to do damage in the second half, in the second round, that makes it very, very hard. I don't recall seeing a round where 4 CTs get cheap helmets afterwards. That's absolutely bananas. You could hardly ask for a better situation. And then that is the result.
Well, you got to capitalize on it. You got to make it work for you. You got to make it sound and look good. And this is when we'll find out the answer to that. We got Liquid on the buy, and they'll have themselves all the rifles they want. A couple Kriegers in the mix, Siege and Naf on those. Naf has a spawn towards the A ramp, so perhaps he'll try to get the pick there, or Palace. Looks like he'll go towards the Palace, and the rest of the team will go towards top mid and B apartments. So we're seeing that default here from Liquid. There's obviously like always variance to how you run the defaults in this map, but the general idea is that you're gaining ground pretty much everywhere and creating presence more or less everywhere. And one thing that's now I don't know if you would have heard anything if there were sound cues, but we see that both Fallen and Phelps are playing a deep A ramp setup, so they're well prepared to deal with any fast plays into A. But it's mid. That's where Liquid are putting the pressure on at the moment.
All is quiet. But the boots will make sound in the T-spawn position. A smoke towards the window, perhaps. And one in connector as well, along with a flashbang. Fulham's up close with a battered bulldozer MP9. "45 seconds on the clock."
Oh, they've got a flash for it. They know. They know MIBR way too well. They got a flash for that. Oh my god. Well, oh my god, the MP9 in connector. That's absolutely outrageous. The trades here for MIBR they are battering Team Liquid. My god. I was excited to see that pop flash because you never see that one, but to see MIBR still stomp Liquid, that's awesome.
Yeah, Fur with a nice MP9 position. Phelps right under the valve. That was impressive right there. Getting those 2 kills were pretty huge for MIBR. And then Phelps playing the off angle, getting 2 kills. Just great teamwork all around from MIBR. MIBR.
Really nice work there with that flashbang. It's one that has been noted. Fallen. Starting cold in the second half. Fade away HE grenade will do a lot of damage to Nap. He's got no Kevlar, down to 20 HP. Only Twist has Kevlar. He's got a helmet as well. Cold is around the corner on the short position, but here come the grenades. Taco's got a lot to do. We can just buy time by showing the odd piece of presence here and there. Protects the bench position, running low on bullets, but Cold, I believe, is here for support now. USP trying to put in work. Cold's been taken out. Now there are problems. Now there are no longer problems.
I think
everyone's dead.
I think Liquid's going to hit B again. That's my feeling.
You think they think it won't be expected? They've got a spawn in that direction.
I think Team Liquid's game plan might be the abuse Taco and B. That'd be my game plan.
Well, Taco's really good.
Yeah, so good they actually added him to their team.
But they can abuse it.
I feel like there has been generally more B action in this game than in most Mirages you'll ever see, but that's mostly because of MIBR, and they'll go for a fast play up catwalk at the very least, and Cold gets attacked, but not the frag. It's Fur to get the finish with the headshot. And so long as they can convert into position from this mid push, the loss of Stewie doesn't matter too much. Okay, what nade is that? Okay, that's a connector nade. The CT side of connector. I love throwing that one. It's very satisfying. Slash waiting for the smoke to dissipate before he throws a Molotov in. Keeping his team covered as they move towards the B-bomb site. But with the AWP on around bench, this will be hellishly difficult.
Has he got the flick? Well, We may not find an answer because he is repositioned. I don't know if he's expecting a shot from there. Seems like he is. That is a big headshot and a nasty surprise. Taco sees him swarming. He needs help. He's got Phelps here to run distraction at the very least. Have they seen Taco just yet? I don't believe they have. He's delaying, but he's been spotted. Oh, so many targets. They can't find one. That's so unfortunate for him. The timing's absolutely brutal. MIBR with a man disadvantage. The HE will help, but Fur's on A ramp. A little far away. I think it's time to save.
MIBR got so unlucky. The timing for Cold to reposition. If he waits a couple seconds, he sees the guys coming up cat, and Taco can help out, and it's a completely different round. That's really unlucky. It honestly did feel a bit desperate for Liquid to run up towards B, and you know, when they gained middle, they did lose quite a lot for it. So I feel like MIBR played a great round, but it's timing in Counter-Strike. There's only so much you can do sometimes. It is an inherently random part of the game.
Ooh.
It's a beautiful shot, though.
Just one. All I need is one.
One.
Right in between the eyes.
9-11, Liquid with their first round of the second half.
MIBR still 2 rounds ahead, still with a good buy. Taco and Fallen on the AWP. The rise of the Taco sniper rifle as a secondary for MIBR continues here on Mirage. This is such a strong angle for a sniper. You can see Simple sniping from here as well on occasion. But no one will be going there just yet.
I like that spot when you get up on the lip of that box, onto the box. You can see like a slither.
He missed the smoke. How dare you?
Wow.
How dare you?
Definitely not purposely missed.
But it works out.
Well, it does work out. Works out really well. Stu didn't take almost any damage for that, so they'll be happy. Fallen can't peek. There's nothing. He can't do any damage to all these players moving through connected towards the A side. And the CT defense is being demolished as well. Just one player left. Phelps will pick it up, and then reinforcements is on the way in form of Taco. But 2 AWPs on the retake will be awkward. Oh my god.
He saw Phelps. He realized that his teammate was going to get picked on the other side without being able to do anything. Just tapped, tried to make a difference, tried to draw attention, but he couldn't save his teammate, just had to watch him die instead. And it leaves MIBR in a rough situation. Liquid, again, playing for a... Well, they're both playing for a place at the finals in London. But Liquid are the one who are a map up at the moment. Stewie closer to the corner, but still gets the frag. And that's broken the money for MIBR. Liquid in a very strong spot to tie the score. And that would be quite unnerving for MIBR. They'll buy what they can, including a Mag 7 on Fur. Fur being Fur, he could go anywhere with this.
You think he's going underpass?
Could go underpass. If he had a more forward spawn, might even try and run top mid. But it seems it will be B, a Zeus-esque play, as he was often, Liquid Zeus that is, in that position with a Mag 7 when he came back to play for a while.
This looks dangerous. I've seen this happen before, and maybe again. Oh, Cold is notorious for hitting those on a cowl position. He's going to go aggressive as well. So he's having a bit of a battle in mid as we see the entry there towards the B-bomb site look quite successful. Kozira has handled middle, but it's not really middle that's the concern here. I mean, maybe they can steal away 2 AKs, but they'll lose the rounds, most likely. There's no armors, no kits. No retake ability. I'm surprised that MIBR are even entertaining this, but maybe there is a chance now. They somehow they're finding kills. I don't even know how. Nitro is in a really bad spot right now in the apartments. They can't easily get to him, and that's the saving grace, and there's no kit. That's another saving grace here. As they try to hold it, he tries to focus the defuser, he gets it. That has to be the round, but so much damage has been done.
Oh my goodness.
How do they do all that damage? My goodness.
How does Nitro win that? That's the thing. If you're a BR and you're losing all these rounds where you probably should be winning, it's not a good sign. Granted, it was an eco round and no kit, but they were such good. Like, that's a 1-on-4. It's like a 1-on-4.
Absolutely wild.
Should have been dead right there.
Focused.
Should have been dead.
Yeah. But here we are, 11-11. Opportunity came and went, but maybe it's a warm-up for the real action, which surely begins now. Getting late into the game, big opening frag from Fallen. Liquid continue to charge through. Haven't seen Phelps just yet. Got a player in sandwich, and Twist looking for the right angle. There he is, Phelps looking for another one, but he can't quite trace Twist moving forward.
Yeah, that movement seemed way too erratic, and unfortunately for Phelps, he couldn't capitalize. But MIBR in a very, very strong retake setup already. Basically, everyone's on the side. They're keeping Taka because they haven't on the B because they haven't seen the bomb, and there's so much in the way of utility here for MIBR that this should be very difficult for Liquid. They are going to commit to this A bomb site, and here comes the plant towards CT. Will Cod even go for a jump peek? What's he up to here? Okay, so Fallen will get the pick onto Stewie. In comes the peek from Cold, and that's not a great timing, it would seem, as Twist nails it.
There's no kit for MIBR. They like a slow retake, but they can't go so slow unless a kit is on the site somewhere. Moving forward, there's a deep Molotov that will force Nitro from his position. Twist trying to hide from 3 players at the same time. Can he buy enough time? I'm not sure that he can. There's a kid on the site after all, and they can collect a second AWP, and they will, as well as an AK-47. MIBR are back in the lead after losing 3 in a row. 3 bomb plants at least in the last 4 rounds from Team Liquid, but suddenly MIBR are in the lead once more.
Fallen's up, coming alive a little bit at that round. It feels like Fallen hasn't really been as much as an impact as he's been in the previous series and matches of this week. Literally being probably the MVP on a lot of these matches. And just a really slow start for him on VR today.
Yes. That was a nice round, though. It's really cool at this level when you see at this really top level, you'll see like disadvantageous situations, and you'll see people playing their positions correctly, but because of the quality of their opponents, there's always that chance that someone can pull something off, and that's what really makes it so exciting. And get the catwalk smokes coming out again. What's the plan here for Liquids? A little on Twist. We'll see lots of incendiaries used straight away towards that. Looks like there are actually 2 incendiaries thrown by MIBR there already towards the B apartments in response to the single. 1 from Twist. All this harassment. Really trying to keep the B players on the B bomb site as the set piece on A comes in. It's as simple as that. Lots of attention towards B. Set piece towards A. But can they get the frags behind it? Can they get the bomb? Can they get map control of or rather bomb site control and more?
Stewie lurking top mid. They will look for a lurker. Phelps not quite hitting the mark there with a Liege. Nitro got to be careful. Oh, the HE is beautiful, but a little too far. Doesn't seem to do any damage. 5 versus 4. Liquid are quite well spread out for the most part on the middle, or on A, sorry. So Stewie spotted. The lurk doesn't quite pay off. Choosing to rotate towards A. Could have gone towards B in fairness. And in fact, Hacker's looking there. I think it is a save actually for MIBR as well. Slowly moving away, realizing that it's just too much risk in these choke points. They'll give up a round, tie the score again, build a little money. Fur can drop a weapon for Phelps. And that is a successful round for Team Liquid. 9 players survive on the A execute. The smokes were strong. How much utility will MIBR have? Do they spend everything that's in the hole? Seems that they do. All dropped for Phelps, and they can start again. Everything is even. Everything is fair.
So here we go. We got ourselves a default again from Team Liquid, although it looks... I say that, but it does look... With the bias towards A, it feels like they're going to just try to split into the A bomb site here, try to get Nitro, try to creep towards Connector, perhaps. Twist's job was simply to provide presence towards the B apartments. He's going to swing through... Oh, is he not going to swing through T-spawn? Okay, he's going to swing through T-spawn, is he not? I don't know, he keeps going backwards and forwards on the minimap. I was going to say, to get the bomb. So we'll get the wall of smokes here on the A bomb site. So kind of a pump fake, as Mr. Eric Stromberg calls it.
Pump fake. Toss some nades, bait some nades. You know what I'm saying? Don't always go for the shot, Dan. You gotta fake the shot.
Indeed.
Pass the ball sometimes.
And because
Drop the shoulder.
Drop the shoulder.
It's because Twist made so much presence earlier towards B, it is very obscure. It's hard to know what's going on for MIBR.
The lineups. And deployments. So, very similar to the previous, but what will the fight look like this time from MIBR? Phelps delivers this time, taking Twist down, looking for more, but he'll be traded. First on a ninja position, he has not been checked for. A very costly situation for Team Liquid, getting cut to pieces. Stewie on the late lurk once again. Almost a mirror, but not in result. 20 seconds and he hides behind a cart and a barrel. That is a situation. The loss bonus is in the bin for both teams, actually. But it's Liquid who are on the arse end of this situation.
Team Liquid not really clearing spots in that bomb site, getting caught out by MIBR. It's a lack of flashes while throwing that smoke execute. They didn't really force MIBR to really move from their spots. No need to. They did have a good setup. And just a lack of checking spots cost Team Liquid the round.
Trying to use time, speed, plant a bomb while the smokes are up. It cost them. It made things expensive, very expensive indeed. They'll take a timeout. Team Liquid can buy. They may be light on grenades if they prioritize the AK-47s, however. MIBR seem to have stabilized late on in Mirage. They look to close things out on their CT side and take it to a third and final map to see who makes it to London in the final spot for the ECS finals. So there will be sacrifice. There will be sacrifice. 2 Galils are purchased by Naf and Twist to enable them to buy more grenades. And the grenades will allow them to take position or try. MIBR might deny them. 2 AWPs continue for the Brazilians. We've seen a trade of rounds back and forth of late, which is why the loss bonus for both is really, really bad right now. And Molotov in the window to ruin any smoke, which may be deployed early by Team Liquid, but there is none. There is, however, a flash in mid, but no one behind it just yet. Liquid expecting some aggression, maybe more so after a timeout. See Cold Zero watching the underpass. Stewie looks to offer a grenade towards the B bomb site. The bomb is not committed just yet, though. It looks like a B split will be attempted, however. There is a lurker and Nafly towards the palace, and look at the kills raining in for MIBR. 3 frags with no answer. Team Liquid look to have been solved on Mirage late on, as MIBR head to 14.
Yeah, it feels like to me Liquid need more explosiveness. They're allowing MIBR a lot of these slower rounds to play, and they seem very comfortable getting info and playing safe setups, and I feel like going to a more scrappy, explosive style where you really try to force the issue around middle and force MIBR to have to like really guess as to where the rotation should go. Could be a more effective play style, given just the fact that it's different. It's a different play style to this kind of very slow defaults where mid hasn't really come under huge fire. We'll see though. We'll see how they decide to operate. Twist will die, and a flawless round from MIBR. They've really found comfort. They have the slippers on the Velvet Slippers are on.
So if you're Team Liquid, MIBR is at 14 rounds. You have about $2,000, everybody. Looks like they might be playing for the tie here.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if I see Team Liquid hit B anytime soon, but the thing is, I think MIBR is going to read that. I think they're going to start stacking maybe 2-3 people towards this B in the next gun round.
They buy nothing, apart from a deagle on NAF. Is it worth, all things considered, is it worth the $700 spend? We'll see what his money looks like afterwards.
It's a great flash.
Boink.
It's as though he never existed.
He's gone.
Somebody clicked their fingers, and Twist was the first to go.
It pops out of existence.
Not much to offer. Team Liquid, understandable. Okay, that will be fine for money next round.
They can use this time to chat, have a nice little chin wag. When was the last time you did a chin wag, James?
I don't know.
He has one every day when he tells me not to pick a vertigo as a map.
It's not a chin wag, that's
it's reprimanding you.
angry monologue.
Soliloquy.
Okay.
Soliloquies of wind and breeze.
Game point for MIBR. They want to take it to a third map. They want to take it to a third and final map. They want to go all the way.
Yeah, it's looking so strong at the moment. And it's just, I think the fact that Liquid are struggling to find their footing on, they're not getting the value out of the defaults that they need to. And, you know, that said, it seems like they will go so far away from that as to go for a fast balcony pop here. And is Phelps in Sandwich? Or where is Phelps? Yes, this is a great position for this round. Oh no, you don't check this very often, and it's such a dangerous spot. A quick 2K from Phelps, but the trays are resounding in there. But Elige, no one's covering Elige on CT, and that is a disaster. They had the ability to get the cover in there. The smoke will be collected and deployed towards Fur, but he knows he can go through that. And will they realize that they can just go towards B if they want? He's locked in there. They will try to keep themselves on this bomb site, though. The plant on the other side of triple. And Fur will find himself through the smoke into the embrace of Nitro. So Team Liquid will win this one. But it was very close. It was very close.
Can't believe Elige planted there in that situation.
Yeah.
He had teammates by the stairs area. There were smokes by jungle and connector. There are smokes still there, and teammate. That's wild.
I think that he thought because he got the kill on the guy in CT, he's like, yeah, there won't be a guy rotating that fast anytime soon. I'll be able to plant here. But the rotation was really quick, and I think it's partly because I believe, I want to guess, that the player rotating there was playing Market. I want to believe. I might be wrong, though. Either way, he must have misinterpreted that rotation, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all okay. Team Liquid will take a timeout, so Eric is happy. They did that especially for you.
Good.
And they should take a timeout because they found themselves with 2 AWPs on the T side in a spot where if they lose a round, they're out of the game. So
ruh-roh.
So I don't know what you're gonna do with this, but give one to Stewie. That's all I can say. Because he is. Has he got a spawn as well? No, he doesn't.
That's a solid AWPer as well.
He's
Naf's
got
gonna
no
take
spawn.
it.
But it's just a case that I like Stewie as an aggressive T-side AWPer. I think he can do it all. But
Naf could peek B apartments if somebody tries to hop on the van quickly. That's probably what he's doing with this spawn. Got a Molotov day, can jump on the sofa to look over it. There we go. That is what you're talking about. He's got the spawn for it. The shot through the lip of the wall. Beautiful stuff. Looks to the left. It's a bad jump if you're a CT to hop on the box, but Fallen has an AWP as well. Anything you can do, I can do better, especially with this weapon.
What a peek. Just, oh my god. He walks up mid at like 130.
Oh my
what
goodness.
is happening? Fallen. It's so bold. These moves he makes is so bold. He walks up mid by himself. No assistance anywhere to be found at 130. Just finds that shot at B App's entrance. Unbelievable. Unbelievable round from Fallen so far. He's hungry for the ace, and Twist, he's got a hell of a lot of work on his hands to prevent. them from winning this one, but the bomb is down. Oh my god.
Absolutely savage. I don't think First saw Twist, but Twist certainly saw Fur. And now First gone. 43 seconds for Twist. Can he add to the highlights in this particular round? Now there's only one person left for Team Liquid. They know where he is. He's top mid, so coldzera will take liberties and take a forward position, making sure he's covering underpass and B apartment. But of course, the bomb is on a ramp.
Yeah, and he's not in a position where he can get all the frags, so he has to find a way to the bomb and to the site and have time to just make the duels. But he's burned too much of his own time. Gets another pick, down to 10 HP. The bomb's there on the ground. He doesn't have time to get to the site and plant it. And so it's a miscalculation here. Unfortunately, he's going to try to go for it. But there it is. Fallen! He's waiting all along for the ace. Oh, man. What a way to end it. I can't believe that he's walking up mid by himself at like 130 with an AWP.
He's a crazy man. When Fallen feels it,
It's crazy.
he's going to do what he does to win the game.
He's like the Counter-Strike messiah. Here to deliver us to the new promised land.
Unique individual in Counter-Strike, and he continues to deliver us some highlights and weeks of crazy play now from Fallen. Very entertaining game of Mirage. Really unclear as to who might take it. Just when you thought you saw an indication towards the end, they started trading rounds back and forth, back and forth. Nobody with any loss bonus. And towards the end, Liquid so close to the comeback, so close to overtime, but Fallen deletes, Fallen erases. And we head to Inferno as the decider between these two teams. Amazing stuff.
I would have liked if Team Liquid would have worked B a lot more. They had a lot of success taking B. And I feel like that should be some of the go-to strategies to play MIBR on Inferno. That's just my opinion. Do what you want to do.
And there it is. Phelps is actually the one up there with just shy of 2,800 damage, which is quite a lot. Good average of kills for the most part on MIBR. And Liquid so close and yet so far. We are sent backwards to another map, the final map, Inferno, to decide which of these two teams will head to the final spot in London. And tickets are available, ecs.faceit.com for full information. The finals coming up in London, the SSE Arena in June, and there is a student discount available as well. So there's no excuse not to go. Get down there, it's going to be awesome, especially with any of these two teams. Whoever makes it, it's going to be really, really sick. We will find out who makes it after the break. See you back here soon.
Faceit is the biggest competitive gaming platform with more than 10 million users.
Salve, caralho. E aí, galerinha, mano, salve pra geral aí que estão na live stream, mano. Quem puder passar no canal Instinto Player, que vai ter muitos sorteios lá e coisas legais, e na Twitch também e tudo mais. Salve, please, salve, mano. De boa? Meio strike lá naquela merda, mano. strike, tem que fazer live só em agosto agora. Falem é God. Falem é God. É foda, mano, é foda. Please tem Twitch, mano? Vai acompanhar as lives lá também? Ou você vai ver os vídeos, infelizmente? Sede. Foda, né, mano? Fazer o quê? Mas se tiver conta na Twitch é suave, mano. Vou seguir lá que eu vou estar fazendo live lá no mesmo estilo, mano. Conversando, trocando ideia. Major tá aí também, enquanto não... Quando chegar a noite em Twitch. Não tem Twitch, cria uma, pô, cria uma. Tá na hora já, né? Ah, essa noite é ruim. Pode pá, então vai ficar nessa, mano. Mas vai ter muito vídeo aí, mano. Só não vai ter vídeo de jogo assim, de game. Dos profissionais, mas vai ter muito vídeo ainda, mano. Pretendo soltar de 1 a 2 vídeos por semana. E o canal e o grupo no WhatsApp vai continuar também, então. Tá suave. $15 mega, o meu é 20, mano. É 5 mega a mais só. O 15 mega é bom, mano. Não tem como ser ruim. Vou criar humilde, mano. Humilde. Qualquer coisa vem em qualidade baixa lá que eu vou dar uma olhada ainda como que eu vou. Mas aí, vai ter o sorteio, mano. Já tô deixando o esquema aqui já. Pode pá. Vai ter o sorteio, mano. Tem uns vídeos aleatórios é da antigo, mano. Mas eu tô falando no instinto, mano. Tô falando no instinto. Não é antigão, mano. Essa... Nem é canal, são uma conta. Esperar começar o segundo mapa.
starting with some banana control. And you know what? Team Liquids, they got some apartment setups. Would you look at this? 2 in boiler, 2 on the balcony entrance. Isn't that lovely? It's a shame they're all in completely the wrong place, but it's lovely. And they are soon to realize. But you know what? Stewie's there on the B-bomb site. He's got a smoke and a kit. Surely he can hold off an entire team by himself. Surely.
Surely.
How does he even do this? He can't throw the smoke on the choke point. It's too late for that. Oh.
That was close.
Oh. Ah, Stewie! He's dead. Stewie has been lost, and this is a rough look here for Team Liquid, but it's a pistol round. The kit's there towards the coffins or construction, so that can be collected. So that does help a lot, knowing that. Phelps locking down construction will be taken down immediately, so they actually have a path to the kit. Someone should go through that area so they can get the kit, but you know what? They can just frag out as well, and they will do just that. Only fallen left at the back of the bomb site, but we know how dangerous he is.
Oh my god.
Great flick, but it's not enough to survive the masses. The attack of Team Liquid is really, really good.
After falling, hit that second shot, I was like, uh-oh.
Starting to believe.
Uh-oh.
I'm starting to believe.
And it was close, but Team Liquid with a nice retake.
Yeah, that was really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. It's good on Stewie getting a kill there. Good on the lads.
Felt kind of pushed out and a little too aggressively. I hate posting up angles in this game. I think, you know, 1.6 it was ideal to post up.
Yeah.
I hate posting up. I feel like I always die if I post up in angles.
Yeah, you need to be one taking initiative with a peek. Never be peeked onto, always be the peeker.
You gotta be the peeker.
Never be the one. Okay, well, the jump's been messed up. You know what? It's fine. It's not like there's a guy lurking in the smoke waiting to kill you all. Oh my god. He's right there. And now you're on his head. And now you've run past him. Oh god, that is a disaster. The bomb is miles away though, but oh man, does the bomb even go to B at this point? They can just try to fake now. Bomb is so far away, but it will make it this way there eventually.
That's the GG smoke. I love that one.
Which one?
The one I just deployed. That one.
That one.
The deep one.
That's the end of the round smoke. But it often requires risk to throw it in the first place, and sometimes that risk is ill-timed. So about 50% of the time I throw that one and get fragged in regret.
There's got to be a lineup from top banana, surely, so that's not risky, is it?
Well,
I
if you line it
usually
up top banana, you don't know what the status of the construction is. It's like an opportunist one. Once you get a situation like that where you know the guys are almost definitely on the rotation.
You should throw that one, throw the coffin smoke, plant second oranges.
I mean, there was a rare Fnatic strat on Old Inferno where they would put a wall of smoke at the front and throw that one and go around construction, but it's like, why are we doing this? We still have to go through an even tighter choke point to get onto the site.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
I like throwing the smokes in the front of the site just like for lurking purposes. It can be like really, really interesting, like the situations you can find yourself in. But there we go. Look at the buys here for both teams. It's like it's gonna be interesting to see which way this goes. 4 players to banana here for Team Liquid. They know they need something extra, something special, and so they're going to hammer banana. And I expect Liquid will have a better CT side than MIBR, and for them to have more resilience overall on the CT side. That's where I expect their edge to come, and where their edge should make the difference. So I'm curious if they find a way to win this round. This is a pretty good looking force buy. Obviously, you know, having some stuff saved.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
That's a little lucky.
forward charge. We have a rotation from Nitro, but he's got no flashbang. Flashbang's so crucial for a player by the world, but the AUG continues to be a problem.
It's a good example of what you're talking about as well, Eric, there very quickly. How Elige peeks out, so he's the one that gets to take the contact with the peak as opposed to just sitting in second oranges and waiting for someone to come and pre-fire him. But back into the round, we have the bomb moving towards A, but there is Twist with that UMP on the bomb sites. And it's a spot where when there's 2 players and there's time pressure, it's difficult to deal with. But we'll see if they can do it. Taco, he surely will check for this. He has to check for this. He spotted it now, and Twist, he's trying to like bait a bullet or 2 and make it awkward, but it actually did not really work out. It backfired, and now it's down to the likes of Elysia and Nitro to come in for this retake. There is a smoke. That will be helpful if that's planted on the pits.
Elysia in the library. No time to read the books. Taco's crouching. Could look every 5 seconds or longer. Can see he just stood up there, trying to catch Elysia off guard. He manages to do so. That leaves Nitro with a Molotov. Sailing in. Forcing the T's from their position. He's got to find 2 though. He has no kit, and the lack of the kit really is the issue here. So he falls back. Tries to cut off the rotation, catches Taco, bonus kill for him. Extra $300, and he costs MIBR a good 4,000. But it will be the second round for MIBR. 2 rounds in a row for them, both by detonation. Demolition Man on the T side.
I'm watching that movie right now. It's a good movie. Have you seen it?
Of course.
Which movie?
Demolition Man.
Wesley Snipes.
I have not.
You should see it then.
And the swear machine.
Yes. He uses it for toilet paper.
Liquid have Nitro with an AK-47. He is the hero, or he wants to be. We shall see if he ends up being. 2 players moving through the apps for Team Liquid. Elysia Nitro, an escort for the AK-47, the VIP. Elysia pops up first. Ding and a dong.
Wow, that's nice.
No more dings or dongs.
Oh,
Nitro
wow.
really makes it look so simple, doesn't he? He makes it look pedestrian.
He knows exactly where Fur is as well, so he can kind of hold his position whilst his teammates come in. And they've picked up AK-47s. Phelps, I don't think Phelps can get help because of the way that Fur's position is going to be covered by Nitro. So this is looking difficult now. The smoke will create some space. But can he first save his teammate? It looks like he's able to do so. The number's starting to dwindle now for the CTs. Now just down to Fur, though, as a great effort has been applied. But they don't have a kit. They need to get the kill immediately, and they do. And there will be time. Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful passage of play from Nitro. All made possible as well by Elysia's kill with the USP. Oh, my God. Beautiful.
How much have we seen that from Team Liquid in the series so far? I feel like it's at least the 3rd or 4th time. By the skin of their teeth.
Here we go.
A second frag though.
Ooh, that was key.
So smooth. Like butter. And that's a quick turnaround for Team Liquid. And look what it's done to MIBR. It's their turn to have the force buy, 2 AK-47s, the MAC-10 on cold, and a few pistols. Again, trading rounds, as we saw on Mirage for a time. Molotovs down banana, 3 mollies up, 2 smokes, 1 on either side, but it's the CTs who have possession.
Defuse, detonation, detonation, defuse. So the bomb's going down every round. It's pretty cool. Makes for some good gameplay. We have everyone grouping up for MIBR around apartments ready to go in.
Uh-oh.
To this A-bomb
That's
site.
a mistake.
Yeah, that's a big hole around the library position. To see if it has an effect. Elysia too late on the Molotov, or is he?
Oh.
He's going to get 2 kills for it late in the round with some bullets, some help from his teammates. That might just do the job. coldzera left with a MAC-10, but that's a huge headshot from him. He gets an upgrade. I don't know if he's got any sound cues. I think he has for Nafly. Moving up to double stack. A beautiful peek from him. He'll spot the legs, and there's a spray in 2 bursts, in fact. Very close round. Down to the wire once again, and the trades are here once more. Will we see another force buy for Team Liquid?
That's pretty... the MAC-10 sometimes looks so sick. Like it looks so good, like mid-range, everything connects. It's perfect, the perfect storm for coldzera. And MIBR pick up an unlikely round. Elysia's like molly as well was actually pretty perfect.
It's pretty good. But it's a little surprising from Team Liquid. They had 2 people in that site. And they didn't even get the kill with the rifles. It was just some damage and Elijah's Molotov that got the kills. So that's not a good sign when you have that stack in the bomb site. You can't even get one frag from your rifles. And
yeah, caught out with an unexpected timing, not ready to shoot, but ready to throw a Molotov. So it's the first round where we haven't seen the bomb plant required. And here comes the force bites. They're very dangerous on Inferno, especially in the hands of a team like this. We saw what Liquid did with 1 AK and USPs. Good HE onto Phelps. That'll make the difference. Let's not forget the CZs that are in play. Now they are leaving Stewie again alone on the B-bomb side. The faith they have in Stewie.
He often delivers, but this might be too much to ask. The entire MIBR team is here with 2 rifles in tow, and Stewie's been... Oh my god, how many flashbangs is that? Somehow he's still alive, and you can still see enough to take 1 player out. There's a spray from Nafly, a brazen plant from Fallen. The smoke's not even up yet. Trying to plant on the stairs, maybe taking too many liberties. I'm not even sure if the site is clear yet. That's going to waste some time, and you wonder about the smoke grenades afterwards.
Did they think that Nav got the kill from the site? I think maybe must be what happened. I think they think that Nav got the kill from the site. Wow. Okay. And indeed, as you say, that did waste a huge amount of time. There is only 2 flashbangs left at this point. Is there a retake smoke for the CTs? Oh, wow. Okay, well, we get an aggressive smoke from the T's there, locking out construction. The flashbangs might be enough, though, because there's not a huge amount here, and the CZs do move quickly at the very least. It's Twist picking up the Mag-10, and there's one found at second oranges. Ferb bursting through the smoke there. Very well played so far. Nitro left alone, but these players are tagged up, but there's too many angles, too many men. And that will take... That'll be MIBR taking it down another round. And Team Liquid's CT side is not looking so great at the moment. Or I should say the score for them is not looking so great. I think MIBR is just playing really well, actually. I wouldn't say that Team Liquid have made any glaring mistakes. They went with the gamble stack there, and Stewie, I feel like Stewie almost got 3 kills by himself. So there's a world where that would go a lot better for Team Liquid, but they just were incorrect with the gamble stack. Towards A.
We're almost seeing the reverse of winning these clutch situations. Now it's MIBR that's winning all these clutch rounds. Cold Zero winning that 1-on-3, 1-on-2 situation round before, and in that round, MIBR was down a person on that post plant, but still managed to win the round.
In it to win it. Again, the winner of this map goes to LAN. It's a pretty big deal.
LAN boys.
LAN is good. LAN is great. Get those air miles.
Well, that smoke kind of ruins the fountain play for Team Liquid, polluting the water, disturbing the fish. Phelps considering an invitation to Team Liquid in the form of a smoke grenade. Off the platform if you are up the platform. 1 player showing presence towards A, 1 player showing presence towards B. A creep up the arch from MIBR. The Mac-10 leads in first, so they will limit what they will potentially lose should they take a wrong position on the Vespa.
Knife.
And he's going to go for the blade. It's not even the cut that's the worst part, it's the infection afterwards.
All right.
From something which hasn't been sterilized. That's the real problem with knives.
I feel like getting stabbed is pretty bad as well.
Sometimes. Easy cleanup for Fallen. Why not? And now Liquid's in a pivotal spot. They have to start winning some rounds on their CT side. You don't want to go down too much. Bring the momentum back in their court.
3-round leads. No AWP for Team Liquid. All M4s, no AUGs now. They've got to think about the future. Got to pick up those grenades. They've got to buy themselves time. Spend time with their loved ones. Taco goes for a creep. He has quite a party to welcome him. Team Liquid jiggling around the apartment. Taco's like, something feels wrong about this. He will have to pick a timing to move in with Fallen, however. There's a third player in Boiler as well. Not sure if you want to go back to that well. Fallen will back off just in case. And then here comes Taco. The pre-fire! He didn't see anything. Elish had no idea what was going on there.
How does that work?
It was
just too
spammable.
smart.
It's a very spammable wall. It's like paper thin at that corner.
No, I mean the Taco just being like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot now.
I would do that though, because he spotted 2 people earlier.
Right.
At least 1 person. Sorry, maybe not 2, but he spotted 1 for sure. And it's the advantage is for the person top the stairs, so you kind of have to pre-fart if you want to outshoot them for the most part.
Spidey senses were tingling.
And if he doesn't kill him, he makes noise. So it's pretty much what his objective, I think, was supposed to be.
So win-win. Win-win-win. Now he's about to pressure from the balcony, and it will be a burst towards the A bomb site. Doesn't look like they're going to wrap through Arch, though. But that might be okay. There's not much utility left here for Team Liquid. And it's going to be down to just this. M4 out of Dream, and Swiss support has been eliminated, and now he has been as well. And that's going to be Team Liquid routed. And that sucks for them. What a great round from MIBR.
And this is very dangerous for Team Liquid. MIBR's spacing timing way different from Overpass. They're not leaving huge gaps while exchanging kills. They're right next to each other. They're just playing great time and teamwork. You saw in the halls between Taco and Fallen, they're kind of going back and forth a little bit, not really committing until the time was right. So just really great decision making by MIBR and just playing like they want to win.
6-2. 4 rounds in a row for MIBR. Liquid forgetting the taste of success, despising the taste of defeat. Eco territory for Liquid. Loss bonus will be maximum next round, so they could spend a little more. In fact, nothing crazy. I like the Nova though. We love a Nova. The Nelly Nova. I have a Supernova. It has a recoil management system in the stock, so you don't get such a kick in your shoulder. Often when I go clay shooting, I have a few bruises on the shoulder from the recoil. Kicks like a mule.
A really small and underdeveloped mule, because...
Underdeveloped mule.
Horse kicks are pretty hard, James.
I was gonna say, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Horse kicks are pretty hard.
If you put... 1 second. See what happens here. It's a trade. If you put a shotgun shell with a game shot, like a heavier shot in, it's got quite a kick. If you put 21 gram in for clay shooting, it's a lot less. But if you get in 28 or something, it's gonna hurt. Moving towards the pool position, there is a smoke. The pre-fire from Naf will be jumped over. And Fur will plant the bomb on the coffins. Not a fan of coffins, Fur. Really hates them.
This is a difficult one for Team Liquid. They can't really do anything here. Gonna have to fall back again. They have just been on the back foot the entire time, and it's such a systematic and methodical T side from MIBR, and I'm really happy to see that. And it kind of goes to the point that I made I don't know, a few days ago, whenever it was, about MIBR versus Singularity. You know, that being like a 2-1 game, and the fact that MIBR are one of those teams where sometimes they just play to the level of their opposition because they like to have sort of fun with the matches. Liquid aren't really as much of a team like that, but you can see how MIBR's at each day their level has increased to match the opposition that they're dealing with, until, you know, we've seen the stuff that we've seen here, for example, which is like we're seeing some really great CS from them, which is fantastic.
I'm thinking on their CT side, maybe try doing something a little more aggressive, like heavier banana takes or something along those lines. Right now, MIBR is just slowly squeezing the life out of Team Liquid, picking them apart.
Squeezing all the lemons, as James says.
All of them. The juices.
And Banana is taken by MIBR. They wait out the grenades, they come off unscathed, unharmed, no scabs on their knees. They're good. They're in good shape. How about this for a double key?
Oh.
One will be enough. Taco through the corner into Alicia's face. Still 2 players here for Team Liquid. A minute on the clock for MIBR to play with, to toy with. A 3-man approach towards the B bomb site with the bomb. There's a Molotov down at the moment. Nafly and Stewie are there. What of the Nova? Forced out. That is quite the Molotov. Look at that spread.
Let's start doing that more. It's like a Hall's line.
That's perfect. Does everything.
Does the job.
Kind of bleeding out Team Liquid, making them guess. Nitro on the peak will do a good job. Taco, even though he's only got 4 kills, I feel like all of his kills have been highly impactful. Like, highly impactful. Been really impressed with Taco of late. Look at this creep here. This lurk is pretty brutal. He's going to get a backstab if they are not careful. Will he go all the way through Speedway? I think that he should, and looks like he will. He's being cautious about it, as he should, and Nap is going to find it. 1 kill, but where is the flank? Doesn't... Okay, there is the flank. Fer gets it, and Nitro's in pretty quickly. The smoke just as quick, though, to deny Nitro vision. But he's got the angle. Will they understand that he's already posted up here? Probably not, and that's... Oversights will be an advantage now for Liquid.
That's a difference maker. First got to pick the right timing. He can hear the rifler in the coffin position, the construction rather, but where is AWP? Switched out for an AK-47. Now he's waiting for a split, but there's no split. Same direction. There's one looking for the transfer. Can't quite find it. 46 HP for Twist, and only the 3rd round for Team Liquid from 10.
And honestly, a lot of the time, first getting that next kill, like the Twist walked into the spray, like that's going to hit him in the head every so often. So that was so tight. Like MIBR worked the advantages pretty well. They got such a deep position for Fer. Liquid are really being outplayed by MIBR thus far, and it's been really awesome to see it. And as you said, James, only the 3rd round. Every round that they've had to win, it's had to be some retake, clutch, defuse. The first one was on the pistol. The second one was when they had the first. I think it was like Nitro got the 3K with the AK, and they got the last second defuse with no kit, and then a similar story here as well. So there's not been much hope for Liquid in this half.
Not at all. That was a cool little setup MIBR did. They had 2 people in the boiler for anyone trying to peek from the port side. So Elige did. And it's a pretty cool thing that Jamie from Vanguard does a lot. He'll toss a nade and then peek the boiler area, because the nade kind of picks up the smoke, and it makes it really hard for the T's to outshoot you.
Oh yeah, of course, we saw him do that a bunch of times. That's right.
He did a lot, and it worked almost every single time.
Yeah,
because
it's really
it
good.
Slows him down, it makes him stand back, and he just peeks with an op, instant kill.
Not quite the angle. Not quite the angle required. Nitro lining up with the AWP. Taco, does he have the elbow jiggle? Goes wide, and that's the frag delivered. Liquid have had a round drought, 1 from 6, I think. It's a nice HE, but nobody home. MIBR forcing Liquid away, despite being a 4 versus 5, denying them information towards top mid. And we can see there is Stewie's in. He's in CT spawn looking for a potential wrap towards the B box site, because they don't have vision of Banana. Nafly dropping a molly on Banana, just in case, but all of MIBR are still focusing on A. Fer from somewhere taking Twist out, and Stewie will take out the player on Arch. Elige on the site, inviting a plant maybe with this smoke grenade. Nothing doing just yet. Forward and looking to thin the numbers yet more.
plant attempt is there, and that's actually going to bait out the position of Leech, but the problem is that it's just fallen anyway. He's got limited time here to make the kills happen. How does he do this? I don't think that there's a way to do this. Fallen will try to find the frag. They're wasting so much time, and eventually Fallen will have no options, and Stewie will take him down. So that's the first round that looks good, really, for Liquid, of the ones that they won.
Indeed, good round from Team Liquid. I got a little concern for Taco. He's usually in spots where he's trying to find information, and it's a very risky kind of role to be because oftentimes you get picked off trying to find that information. One thing that I think that could help Taco a lot in his role playing is he doesn't jiggle enough. He does not elbow peek enough. A lot of times he just kind of takes the angle, he just takes it on the first go. I think he'll die a bit less if he just learned some good elbow peeking or just like bait some shots, is what I'm trying to say. That's just my little observation opinion.
2 rounds in a row for Liquid. Both teams have spent almost all the money in the bank for this round. So it will not be easy. Nafly and Nitro with the sniper rifles, the sniperoos. And there'll be 1 per site for the time being. Elige looks to rotate towards A as the 3rd man starting towards B. The usual exchange on Banana, and through the smoke MIBR will go, maybe trying to catch somebody off guard, making a play perhaps down Banana, but they will catch no one because Liquid have backed off.
Nothing for Fallen to find. The apps takes have been really good for MIBR overall. Between the likes of Taco and Fur. And they'll go back for B. They're going to just keep it simple this round. I wonder if they'll lead with Fallen trying to pick, or if they'll just throw the nades in first. If you got North there, it can be pretty strong to lead with the AWP. And it looks like the smoke going down will make things a bit more complicated. Look how close they are now, though. Oh, Stewie's in a good position for the spray. Does excellent damage. This is a good look for Liquid. Stewie finishing off Taco as well. The smoke on the site by himself. He is causing so many issues. Naf alone on the bomb site, though, now needs to hold off against the rest, and he's going to do it there. There goes the bomb on the ground. I don't know what MIBR can do now.
Oh my goodness.
Battle Sniper Fallen makes it a 2 versus 2. Smokes are up. Fur repositioning. Fallen missing a shot. That leaves Fur with a lot to do. Off angle around the fountain. They're not quite sure where he is at all. Could be Banana. Could be on site. Could be trying to flank construction. Or even in a pull position. Lige waiting for these smokes to go. Slowly poking and prodding. There, the information costs him everything. There's a fake flashbang. Twist going. But that's a beautiful shot from Fur. And an 8th round from MIBR. They stopped the momentum for Liquid for the time being. And they put their money in a very bad spot.
Stu did a good job. Initial 2 kills, but then he does this. We don't get to see it, but Stu decides to flash for himself and jump into the water by himself, and that just ended up dying immediately. But it's not a move that you need to be doing. You don't need to do that in that situation.
If he stayed in his spot, he had a crossfire with Naf onto the site. And Naf could have covered them going towards Pool, I think, as well. So it's a bit rough. Oh, Naf with that P250. But still, the B-bomb side is wide open, and there's no guns ready to challenge at those distances. So they're going to leave. They're not going to need to smoke this, and they know it. You can take the fights. Pretty favorable fights here. All right, there's a deep smoke. But did they notice that one got into construction? It feels like maybe they didn't. Did they notice? Okay, they surely... Okay, looks like Taco realizes. But this looks like it will be 9 rounds for MIBR. How many will they get? Can they make it to 11?
Liquid don't really have the range at the moment, especially now Nitro's been taken out. What can you really expect to do with a Mag 7? Perhaps he could trade cold. You can see the pre-fire all over the place. So what is Elige's plan? just wasn't going to happen with that. That's not a thing.
Oh my goodness,
what else could he do?
2 damage?
Trying to, it's not something he wants to take into this round, the Mag 7, so he'll chase and try and get any bonus money. Just the 1 AWP this time on to Nitro. 4 rounds for Team Liquid so far on his CT side. They're looking to urgently repair that. But they have limited rounds in which to do that. Only 2 rounds remain in this half. They've got good grenades, as do MIBR, the AWP, the 4 AKs as well. Nitro bouncing, looking towards the bench position. Can often find an off angle there. Maybe waiting for a T2 position there. Early in the round, not happening just yet. Fallen moving into apartments with the AWP. Plenty of presence shown with spray, clearing the apartments bit by bit. Pre-fire round boiler. Minute 30 on the clock. 3-4-1 setup, in fact. Not even 3-2, 4-1. Stewie comfortable on many rounds alone towards the B-bomb site. Just spotting from CT. They know MIBR want to do the usual. Clear top mid, and they'll defend it with 3 players. Body towards Arch. And Alicia's close, avoiding the flashbang. 1 through the smoke, looking for a 3rd. Not quite happening for him. 4 versus 3. Now Fly trying to pick the right timing, but Fallen's ready for it. 3 versus 3 now as we head to the 45-second mark. And indeed, it seems that MIBR are considering going into CT, and maybe it's fortunate they did, because you saw Twist lurking there with the M4A4. He sees 1 top mid. That's Fallen with the bomb taken out. He knows someone's in CT, but where is the last player? Where's the 3rd and final player, if you include Fallen as a 1st? There's Phelps on the flank. Good timing for him. Now Stewie starts to wonder if he should be making his way. Slowly peeking rather. Speedway, seeing nothing. Everything goes quiet. 15 seconds. Surely they've got to commit to the A-bomb site here. Got Nitro in the pit. He's fired 1 shot this entire round. Oh, just beautifully delivering that kill. Phelps has got pressure now. 3 seconds, has to deliver it. Nitro will change his position somewhat. He knows that Phelps is on the site itself. Not too many places he could go, really. The jump peak from Nitro would have him hanging in the air forever. Phelps would have a chance. He knows distractions being run, looking for the trade fragger, who slowly emerges. That's Stewie, and that's 5 rounds for Liquid.
Well played by Nitro, staying alive in that pit, and oh man, he was such in an awkward spot with that AWP. Unfortunate for Taco not to really chuck under the balcony. Could have been disastrous for Team Liquid. But MIBR, even though they lost the round, they're still looking extremely well. Team Liquid, it looks like players are getting that mindset where they have to make plays. And so we're seeing a lot of these individual peaks and pushes by some of the players on Team Liquid. And it's not helping. It's not helping because you have to get kills if you're trying to make these plays. MIBR is looking too good right now. Like, teamwork and spacing is too good to be doing these individual plays. You have to be flashing and peeking together.
Flash top mid and a peek. No one caught out of position. Fallen with the Galil in the last round of the first half. Down to 13 HP. So his explosiveness will be limited. Got Fur leading the frags at the moment with 12. Reasonable average across both teams for now. MIBR looking for 10.
And in they go. Some counter utility there to slow him down, and that wants the big peak. It gives him a frag, but the return is strong from Cold. Able to pick off Naf as now MIBR move into a favorable position, and it's Nitro left alone on the B-bomb site with the AWP. And it's a pretty scary angle because they are going to peek you, but he avoids the flashbang. That was for Coffins. And so it's actually working out really well. Nitro, oh, he put himself in such a good position. It made so much sense, but now it's down to his teammates to make it work. A 3v3 retake. They got a kit, they got 2 smokes, and 2 frags. I think, was it 2 frags through the smoke? That is not bad. Oh my god. This is looking real bad for Taco though.
Trying to create some cover for himself, not quite working out. And there is a defuse. It looks like it will be 6 rounds for Team Liquid. Looking like a very difficult half for them, but towards the end, they were able to recover a few more rounds. 6 rounds for Liquid, moving into the T side of Inferno. Can they tie the score? Find out after the break.
Lurk coming in, and he's got so much on his hands. And finally, Fur is silenced, but now it's just coldzera. Just coldzera. And he does not have any time to plant this bomb. Stuck in the corner. Surely he can't find his way out of this one. And he won't. coldzera will take him down.
Double figures for MIBR. Both teams have won their CT pistol. SMGs galore. It's an SMG party. But Phelps brought a French gun, didn't get them a memo. Everybody else, MP9. Loads of grenades for MIBR. And for Team Liquid, they've got 2 P250s and a flashbang. Not much to say there. It's an article versus a sentence. Jump peek from Taco. Control of mid, and he'll move back. They'll use the range versus these naked players. Twist popping out top mid. MIBR have gladly given up the top of mid. Why? Because they don't want Liquid to try and abuse their numbers game and overwhelm them. They want to be able to fall back if they deem it necessary. However, Fallen may be in trouble. Playing anti-flash, avoided the flashbang. But there's more to do. He's doing pretty damn well. There's even a team kill with an assist from Fallen. The HE could be everything. And now it is time for the cleanup operation.
Money.
Hula hoops in the soup.
Felt like Fallen dinks like 4 guys. What a beast. So that is really not what Liquid wanted. They might be able to win the pistol. Converts. But will they convert again? Because it was a full save from Liquid, of course, allowing them to get the full buy into this round. They have a decent amount of nades, got 3 mollies, which will allow them to take the banana position should they choose to do so. These will be leading the charge towards that position, as he will throw the molly down towards Carb. And they might be yet to discover that there's not actually that much presence on banana from the T side. Fallen lurking from Boiler with the AWP quickly, takes a shot, misses, repositions. Key. It's a key thing for him to keep repositioning.
Keep him guessing.
It's very different to peek a rifler versus peeking an AWP. Where you can feel confident peeking a rifler, it could be an absolutely massive blunder to peek an AWP, but if you don't know about it, then you can't do anything about it. And that's what they're counting on. Also, Fallen can hold B by himself if necessary with the AWP. Another benefit of repositioning towards a B-bomb site.
High time the bomb was collected. Nafly will do the honors. Kriegman Naf. He's on the contract to say hello to me every time he sees me. And Fallen will say hello to him in the worst way possible. Via the AWP. Fallen's vessels of communication are fatal.
Ouch.
I don't know how he didn't get that kill. And I'm sure he's wondering the same, but here we are. 3 players remain for Team Liquid. MIBR getting dangerously close to running away with this game. The elevation from coldzera. Very nice cleanup with the French gun.
Oh god. The thing is, if the kill happens on Arch, they wait for the Arch player to get into position, and he swings on the site in a way which actually stops any of that from happening. Backstabs the guy on default, coldzera looks towards Moto, gets wrecked as well as he gets pinched. That frag on Arch was everything. Oh god.
Yeah, Stu, we need to get that kill for sure. And then this looks very terrible for Team Liquid. MIBR looks like they're not even trying and they're winning rounds now. And that's never a good sign in a match.
Phelps doing big work. Leaving Liquid with 3 pistoling players. No Kevlar for Liquid. Another rough round, but there's still time for recovery. Twist has found himself an org. Kind of matches the carpet in that room. The rug. That's all there is to really say about the situation for now. Deagle not quite getting there through the wall.
Does it actually shoot through and do some damage? How much damage?
I'm not sure how much.
Like very little, I guess.
Assuming like maybe 20 or something. That's his complete guess.
All right.
But tweet us if you guys know. Tweet me. I would like to know.
Good trade to Moto there. That might create the opening that they need. But the problem is there is still a player in pit, and the pit player is able to play delay very easily. So that's a really huge issue. And there's not many spots which are safe for the plant. Nice trade coming out of Twist, and he's on for the clutch now. But he has no Kevlar. He has no nades. He's up against Fallen and Fur. Fur with an MP9. That's dangerous. And there it is. That wide peak is so quick. And there is the defuse. 13-6. MIBR are looking good to qualify for LAN.
It's a long way back for Liquid, but we will see a buy now. 6,000 on some of the players, on lots of the players. 6,000 or more. They have everything they want. A Krieg 4 AK-47s. It must be now, Team Liquid. It must be now. I expect the normal fight for the banana position. We'll see how heavily they want to invest into it early. Often it can cost health with no reward. Could cost even more than health, maybe even players. Stewie in a pit position. Aggression from MIBR down mid. They're looking for something, but they've got to be careful because very quick charge through second mid. Almost caught top in front of him. Fallen's very close indeed. That is a very tight shot from Fallen.
Goodness.
The man just delivers and delivers, doesn't he? He delivers and delivers some more. What a turnaround from MIBR.
That is so crazy. What brilliant shots from Fallen. Just these, he like knows where the players are and knows he just has to peek out a little bit more and kind of almost shoots before he's registered where the player, like he hasn't seen the player on his screen, but he's peeking and flicking before he can visually see what he knows already. If that makes sense. I know
what you're saying is he doesn't have to consciously think about it.
He's good at visualizing. He's good at visualizing how people move behind the walls, and so he can just pre-aim really quick.
Yeah,
well, he saw a hand and flicked a hand, basically.
It's
that's a little bit of reaction, but also a lot of it's anticipation.
The pre-aim is a good way to put it. Like he sees the trajectory of the play, he knows where they're going to be. He peeks out before he can react consciously. He knows where they're going to be, so he just flicks to that spot. And that has created an enormous difference. And the amount of trading that was there available for MIBR was pretty incredible. Because that was constant fighting, constant trading.
It's great positioning too. I mean, as you said, MIBR, they're just peeking. Oh, teammate died, peek. Oh, teammate died, let's peek again. It's just one by one in terms of they're exchanging the kills. So nice.
And it's kind of like you see him swinging by Arch and you're like, okay, this is perfect weapon for this. Quick pop flash into top mids. Oh man, Team Liquid are in such a desperate position. Such a desperate position.
Taco quietly making his way towards B. Stewie quietly making his way towards A. So we have an error in timing from MIBR. coldzera is blind. He sees nothing. He has no idea how many people are top mid. I do not believe. The flash was fading away slightly, so perhaps there is a clue. Phelps in the pit, trying to do what he can. He'll hold his position for now. He's got to buy time for the rotation. He's there alone. He's been lost. Taco stops in his tracks. And that is a round for Team Liquid.
That is indeed a round for Team Liquid. Finally, but it's such a long road to recovery. And MIBR will save a bunch of weapons, so their money will be fine. Well, their buy, I should say, will be fine. Oh god, it's so difficult. Because you have this element whereby if Fur wants to throw a smoke down, he has a spawn, he wants to throw a smoke down top mid and just rush into the balcony to pick someone from second mid. You know, that's a risk that he can go for, that they can do. And they still have a chance to win rounds because they've got Fallen on an AWP, and it reminds me, that kind of stuff does remind me of, I guess when I first saw that kind of playstyle, it was with the original super dominant Fnatic lineup, where JW would often sack himself for enormous risks, where he could get a round winning advantage like very early on, and then if he dies, his team's so sick that just doesn't matter. so that level of play is possible here with such a lead. They only need 2 rounds They only need 2 rounds. Liquid needs so many more.
This is a map to kind of do a lot of those plays as well. A lot of nooks and crannies, and CTs are able to be aggressive and fall back safely.
Let's check the spawns for the CTs. Okay, so who's where? Where's Fallen? Okay, so he's going towards
Oh yeah,
Banana.
Spawn though. Kind of. But I like this by Fallen because he was in B last round. Team Liquid hit A. They didn't see Fallen, so they probably think, oh, well, Fallen might play A this round because we hit B. It's a little mind game.
Oh, he's going B alone. He's going B alone. And if you do this, you kind of have to be a little bit aggro because you gotta make it look normal.
You have to get a pick.
You gotta have some presence.
Take a shot.
There, you can't just have no presence.
Lee's trying to figure out what exactly is going on. Why have they not contested with almost any grenade? And there is the answer. Probably what they thought as well. A few shots through the half wall in case there's an angle. Nothing to lose by taking that. And that causes a 2-man rotation back towards the B-bomb site. Hot flash and Fallen continues to fire. AWP still here. But now there's some support. And he'll start taking the weird angles to catch players off guard. Look at that, no warning, no flashbang, trying to catch them completely off guard, setting up, but the timing's not there. But Fallen is good for 2 frags, but that might be it. MIBR, the remainder of which, out of position.
It's actually, so this is one of the risks that we're talking about that they can take, they can afford to take. And honestly, that's something that that's going to win rounds a lot of the time. As you say, James, like no pop flash, no warning. You know, normally, and the strength of that sometimes as well is that because the expectation at that timing is for an info play with a pop flash, you often have Ts playing anti-flash. So if you have a peak like that, there's one guy that's not in the fight. So it can work out really well sometimes. Also, one thing to note as well is how the peak went between Taco and Fur, how they lined themselves up to go for the wide peak. It's good to see such coordination. So, we got ourselves another round for Team Liquid, 2 in a row. And the cool thing as well is that MIBR also read the hell out of them that round. I think what they wanted to do was they had 4A because you want to make sure that if the other team tries to rush A and abused timing where you maybe have 3 on banana, like you can basically crush that. It's like anti-stratting that anti-strat. And then eventually, of course, you know, there's enough presence and noise that you want to, you know, there's like, okay, well, there's nothing happening towards top mid, so it's often the case that a team is setting up for a set piece when then there's no noise anywhere like that, and they had the correct guess towards B.
Oh.
Hello. Nice shot from Twist, but Phelps converts.
That's just not what you want when you've got advantages. The dinks, like, oh god, here we go. Here we go. This is how it begins. Can't play my game now. Can't take those picks as I wanted to. This is how disaster strikes. Ahead of the flashbangs, walking into the smoke. Did they hear him? They're looking around. But what can they find? Ding dong, and another ding! Fur is stealing this round away.
What?
On his own.
Goodness. And so, I mean,
What?
that was pretty ridiculous by Fur.
Oh my god.
That was pretty ridiculous by Fur.
Oh, that wasn't pretty ridiculous, man. That was beyond ridiculousness.
that
is absolutely ludicrous.
That is when no one's talking on TeamSpeak.
Yeah.
And so Team Liquid, it looks like they're walking on eggshells. I mean, they're tiptoeing around and walking so slow, being so quiet. And we saw that early in the round, and they got punished for that in the halls. I'm thinking, you know, maybe Team Liquid is the opposite field that I saw of them on Overpass. Way different team, way different mentality.
This could be the end. This could be it. This could be MIBR making their way to land, making their way to London. Nando's point for MIBR. Third force back from the position. Stewie's angry. He's chasing. He's trying to catch somebody off guard. Trying to bait the information. Look at the wide ping from him. He really wants to fight this back. Forcing the reposition from Fallen. There is a boost. He seems like he is steaming.
Yeah, he's turning it up. He feels that sense of urgency, and he's created so much presence towards the B bomb site with just by himself. And there's, they cut noise. The problem is that MIBR, they have top mid control. That's the problem here. So they do have a strong. I think they should have a strong understanding that this is coming. I think Phelps has been peeking top mid for quite some time. It's 40 seconds left, so unless it's a super slow play to A, which is less likely, I'm surprised they don't gamble rotate one player here. But Fallen's at the back of the site. This is always going to be a problem on second oranges with that AWP. He'll be taken down, but no one's checked. No one's checked the boost. Doesn't matter. Nafly will take down Taco. So Liquid are not dead just yet, but Phelps and Cold Zero are left alive. Phelps, anyone going for it though?
I think that might have been a bit greedy.
Yeah, kind of needless. I mean, it's one thing if Cold Zero is next to you and you're committing together, but it's the other thing. It's another thing if you're literally alone and you're trying to 1v3 it.
Also similar to Taco, on the boost, he should have probably gone for the kill. Even though you feel like sometimes you want to wait it out a lot of times, or you want to get multi-kills, it's a 3-on-3 situation. So the more kills you get, the worse, like way more worse it is for the other team.
Kill and drop, and then they're like looking into the smoke, and then Fallen's behind them, and then I'm with you on that one.
If it was 5-on-3, okay, maybe I'll let it slide. You're trying to get multiple kills, but 3-on-3, in that situation, you're in a one-and-done spot. Get a kill. Try to fall back if possible.
We got the nukes. We got the nukes at the ready.
Ooh.
He's gonna press the big red button.
It's a grenade party.
Taco, come on, man.
Come on, Taco.
He's just hungry for that Nando's. He's ready for it.
Just waiting now. It was fun to watch, Stewie. You can tell that guy's like, no way is this how this game finishes.
So I will not allow it.
Rotation from MIBR towards the B-bomb site. We've got 3 Ts here, but it's still at the front. They've left CT open. Will there be a lineup for the HEs? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Could have been a lot more. Could have been a lot more. There's number 4 doing a minimal. God knows where number 5 went. Stop peppering. And this one will end eventually, and Liquid will head to 10. The loss bonus is in the bin for MIBR. So maybe the comeback is on for Team Liquid.
Good damage, but doesn't mean a thing. 5 rounds more for Team Liquids. 5 rounds more, can't make a single mistake. And the AWP's back out on Fallen. The AWP's back out on Fallen again.
It's back.
Kozer is on a UMP, but he is very dangerous with that. It's a great map for UMP. 4-day UMP. Interesting he doesn't get the MP9 actually. I think the MP9 is actually stronger in a lot of spots.
Okay, aggression towards Banana from MIBR. Liquids are going to burst through the smoke top mid. There is the flash, but Taco will be forced away, but Phelps could still do something. It's a lovely fadeaway HE from Taco. Does pretty much maximum damage, as much as you could ask for. And they go back and look towards Banana. They've abandoned top mid, in fact. They've just left it entirely. Trying to catch 4 people towards A, perhaps, but Fallen is ready, and he's already got backup. Fur is here, and Taco's playing in CT, so there's still a chance. That's a big frag from Elige. 4 versus 4. 1 minute on the clock for Liquid.
Plenty of time. Plenty of utility, too, to try to open up a bomb site or isolate a defense. Split up a defense. Whatever you want. They have the utility to do it. See Nitro just holding, making sure that they don't sort of peek onto his position and get the information before they're ready for this. Cold Zero is in a really close spot though. He wants those close range engagements, but they are going towards Arch, which is sensible. It's like playing Minesweeper at the moment, trying to avoid Cold Zero. And they will do so for the most part, leaving just one man towards Boiler, which is a Liege. 20 seconds. They've got to get the plant here. There's 2 players on the A bomb site, so this is starting to get a bit scary, because if you lose like this from timeout, that's a problem. And it's the CTs to take the initiative, and that's the problem. This is going very wrong for Team Liquid. What are they going to do?
Somehow they still managed to plant the bomb. Do they realize that Phelps is here somewhere? They must, because he got a kill earlier on in Graveyard, and down he goes, making it a 2 versus 2. How are they turning this around? Fur walking top mid. What a ridiculous round so far. The hardship is unbelievable, and with that, just like that, Team Liquid have got round number 11.
While Phelps had the round in his hands, you could taste it on his lips. Just, he had the easy shot, he had the advantage, he had smoke cover. Team Liquid had no idea pretty much where he was. He couldn't connect on his shots. It's a bitter taste left in your mouth. Especially if this goes in OT. He's going to remember that round.
Again, guys, people in the chat, make sure your Faceit account is connected to your Twitch, because in total over 1 million points are being given away today. And I'm sure there's still a few to give away, so make sure you get that connected. 4 rounds in a row for Team Liquid to take this to overtime. Otherwise, MIBR head to London. But they're looking like they're mostly going to be on eco, MIBR. Fur has an AK-47, and I'm sure he's got great intent to use it. 1 smoke, 2 flashes for the Brazilian side. He'll post up behind the sandbags, but further back, his position is smart, because you can bounce grenades off the wall that go right in front of these sandbags. You can flash at his feet, you can do horrible HEs, but he will get a little closer. Pop flash from Fallen, and they're just behind the half wall, but maybe there's a clue for Liquid that there is a threat just around the corner.
There it is, Fur with a brilliant peek there. Done immense damage. If they can secure those guns, oh boy, that's a problem. And you know what? They probably can, because Team Liquid's, I mean, well, okay, this is the bomb going by itself here. This is pretty dangerous. Got to be so careful. Got to be so careful. I'm on the edge of my seat, man. It's anything going wrong for Team Liquid. I mean, just not like this as well. Like this is just the round that you can't concede. And they got to be very, very careful to make sure they use all their experience to understand that this is not a round where you play too cautiously. You got to take the right risks. You have advantages. You have enough numbers. You got some utility remaining. Twist is pressuring the A bomb side here. The problem is they can't afford to sack any players to find the stack. They can't afford to do that. They need to go together somewhere. And there could be players around every single corner. But this is an impossibly stressful position for Liquid.
Offering grenades towards the B bomb site, but Fur knows it's a lie. Look at the stack on A.
Oh no.
With these USPs! Look at that headshot from Phelps. He's picked up an AK. Surely this is it. Nafly versus 4. He's got another one by double stack, but he's still alive. Is it time for Rio? He needs another gun, but there's no time. He did the best he could, but that's it. MIBR make it in the last position to London to land to the ECS finals.
I mean, I predicted MIBR for this series, but I didn't think they'd win after the first map especially. I think, you know, they raised their level, they got so serious, and Liquid just found themselves coming too far, trying to come from too far behind, and it's just so difficult when MIBR are playing a game like this. Really impressive.
Alô, é isso, rapaziada, é isso, MIBR, mano, MIBR. De novo passando o trator nos americanos e é nóis nas fritas. Salve aí, mano. Julian Silva, Lucas Paz, tava assistindo aí. Salve pra geral. Galera, puder Passar no canal principal que é o do Player, mano. Que é o canal onde eu faço live de jogo. Que é o canal que eu gravo, faço lives. É nóis, tamo junto. Se quiser trocar uma ideia, mano, é nóis. Vou abrir live na Twitch, mano. Quem quiser colar tá mais convidado. Quiser seguir EricXD27 aí, mano. Tamo junto aí, é nóis.